Hello, horror fans. It's me, Cass,
Mary.
and we are the Horrorcraft podcast. And this is a monumental occasion. This is history in the making. We have on Allie and Emma from Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks, and we are so excited to have them on. They are our fellow female empowerment horror podcast. So it only felt right as we're celebrating female empowerment through March and April. We're dipping into April too. That we brought them on. So we are super excited to have you guys on. How are you guys doing today?
Good. Thank you so much for having us. This has been in the making for a while, and we are so happy to finally be here with you, lovely ladies. And we love your podcast.
We love yours.
Yeah, this is just going to be like 20 minutes of us just being like,
oh my God, I love you. No, I love you.
There's so much love.
Yeah, there really is. So Kylie could not be here with us, but she is at home, and we are super excited for baby Raiden and sending love to her and baby Raiden. But
we love you too, Kylie.
But we are super excited. We did something that we normally don't do. We've only done this a couple times, but because our intro is newer, we waited to intro this episode with you guys because of the fact that this is kind of our version of female empowerment and just getting juiced up. So we are going to go ahead and get into it. So let's cue the fucking music. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Horrorcraft podcast.
That was the most amazing thing I think I've ever seen. Did you guys see me dancing in the sky?
Yeah, I could see it, but
there was a way to record that because we're dancing every time.
Oh, every time.
That was amazing, you guys. Oh my God.
Literally so good. Yeah, so we are so thrilled. Thank you so much, Tanner. He is our friend / my coworker at Talking Tapes. He did our intro. And if you love that, you would love the editing work that he does in Talking Tapes. Although right now we're kind of putting him through the ringer because we've been doing Monsters, the TV show from the 80s. And there have been a couple episodes that have just not been the greatest, and he has to watch.
I'm a fan.
Yeah,
so I'm a fan, and I sat through not Dracula. I won't even say that, the vampire one, and it was painful.
Yeah, it was. So if it's painful for us, Tanner has to watch it 10 times while editing. So right now we're giving it a little break. So we still have episodes coming out with Mary where we did top 3 women in horror. So definitely check that out. But yeah, he killed it. The only thing I said is feminine rage, and for my own personal vanity, I had to have the Hex Girls in there. I just had. That was like 100%. Like, just had to. That is,
you should.
Exactly, like as I should.
They need their own series. This is ridiculous.
100%.
When I was a little girl and I saw that, I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I want more of them. And then when they were only like a couple episodes, I was all, well, that's crap.
Yeah. Right? We want more.
Yeah, we've talked about doing a cosplay once the 3 of us are together where we do the Hex Girls, and I think we are.
Oh,
so
God.
I mean, it just makes sense. It makes sense for us, and so we are going to do it. But if you guys don't know who Emma and Allie are, I'm just going to be quiet on that one. But they are the incredible figures behind Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. And You guys just kill it out there. I mean, you guys are just cranking them out. I mean, you really are the mirror images of us, which is kind of crazy. So, but how did you guys start Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks?
That's Emma. Emma literally is the brainchild of this, and I can give her all of that credit. I'm basically the personality hire.
Same. I'm the extra one. I was just hired to make people laugh.
Exactly. One day she came up, she called me and she says, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I said, "Yeah, that sounds fun." Maybe an hour to 45 minutes later, like she had a full ass business plan mapped out and then executed it. And I was like, oh, we're doing this. Okay.
I love that.
And marketing gals. But we've both grown up loving horror. So I think it was a natural progression of getting into this and just making it our passion project. And hopefully maybe one day, like,
a full-time job. I don't know.
We're with you. We're with you.
Like, could we just do this for the rest of our lives? Like,
oh my God. No, it was just like one day I just was feeling like in a creative rut and I needed to do something. And I was like, what is something that I know too much information about that I could like talk about? And then like the reason I asked Allie was not only because she's my best friend and like she also loves horror and like we're very spooky too. Like we love Halloween. We've always like really, really loved just like the genre and everything about being spooky. And then like I just thought about our banter. Like we have such good banter that all the time when we're together, we'll just be going off and we're like, someone should be recording this because like this would make someone laugh, I think. And it works on the podcast too because Allie's like the kind of more vulgar, like colorful one. And I'm a little bit more like reserved and kind of structured. And like, it's just funny because we're kind of complete opposites, but it really works with like the pod. It's so great. And we love it. It's like amazing. We get to meet amazing people that are also like in our our corner of the world and amazing women. The amount of women we've met in horror is insane. And they inspire us every single day. You guys inspire us every single day. Like it's crazy.
We love you guys. Here we go. We love you. We love you.
We love you.
Talking about this before. By the way, before we filmed, we probably talked for 40 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was inevitable. To be honest, I'm surprised that we got out under an hour. Like,
yeah, I say
truly. Truly,
Yeah.
because we could have gone on more, but no, I love that, and I think that is such truly a great thing. I think that's the thing that makes us keep going too. Is it's just like you meet certain people that you're like, dang, I really wouldn't have met this person if we hadn't have done this or we hadn't gone out there and did this, or just like the amount of people that we like know and are able to like have a friendship with. And it's just like, that's really what you kind of take away with, and women too, because, for me, especially growing up, there were not a lot of horror fans that were a plus size woman that like had a vampire addiction. Like, I carried around a vampire encyclopedia in high school. So yeah. So, I mean, I was that girl. So
we would have been besties. I would have been like, let me read that.
Literally. Same.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we would have been like Kylie, her and I, we would have been like our own version of the craft. Like, we really would have.
And there's something better. So,
but like, so I know there's 4 in the craft, but can we join? And maybe there's 5 in the craft.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah.
And none of us will try to murder each other. It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be nice. Girls playing nice.
Yeah. Well, as we always say, ghouls supporting ghouls. That's what we follow and we live by. So, because we knew you guys were coming on, we do this with the majority of our guests, but we changed it up a little bit because you guys have a podcast, so you interact with a lot of different people. So we're going to ask you 4 questions. You guys can answer them together or answer them separately. But we just kind of wanted to change it up. So, what was the first movie that got you hooked on the genre?
Als, you go ahead.
Okay. I mean, okay, if strictly speaking about the first, it's Nosferatu, the original, which you can't find anymore. I walked into my brother's bedroom. He was watching Nosferatu, and I still, to this day, cover my neck with my sheets just in case, like, someone wants to bite my neck.
I mean, it's smart. It's smart. It's preservation. So,
so it scared me at first, and then it colored me intrigued. I was like, oh, okay. So what is this genre about? And then my brothers and my dad really enjoyed the genre. This was like when I was like 6 or something. So it just kind of took me through, and I just started to really enjoy horror.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so it's kind of been in my blood since the beginning. But just the covering the neck thing, I'm like, is that normal?
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Nosferatu, he doesn't ask. He doesn't ask for your consent. He just
Right.
does what he wants. So you gotta protect yourself.
That's so funny. Like, I've been talking about Nosferatu all day. Like I was telling you gals, I watched it twice this week. So
yeah.
Is it gonna come for me? Like, am I gonna be Nosferatu's bride soon?
I think so.
Okay.
Possibly.
Don't make any deals, okay? Don't make any deals.
Yeah.
I gotta warn my husband. Emma, you?
Mine was like, I think the first one that I really was like, oh, I kind of liked that. And I think liked, this is going to sound so weird, but I liked the feeling of being scared a little bit. Like I'm not a big roller coaster girl. I'm not a big fan of heights. I don't really like that adrenaline type, stuff. But to me, like being scared is my like adrenaline rush. And Poltergeist, the original, was probably my like one of the first film. I too had a father who was just obsessed with horror. We watched a lot of sci-fi, horror, all of those. He's a big Godzilla fan, so we watched like the original Godzillas and then all the other ones that came with it. And I got exposed to a lot of film. And Poltergeist, I think, was the first one that I was like, oh, do I kind of like this? And then in that same era was like Exorcist, which scared the shit out of me. Because I think I was only like 7 or 8 when I saw it, arguably maybe a little too young. But we laugh about it to this day. Like, I'm like, Dad, you're responsible for all of this. And I've just like loved horror ever since. Like, that is my, like, if someone's like, oh, do you want to watch a movie? I almost always default to a horror movie. Like, and I love all kinds of other movies, but like, if you're asking me, like, we're gonna probably put on some kind of horror movie,
Yeah.
If there's horror and romance together, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Sign me up. Like,
this is all we need.
So can we ask you the same thing?
Sure. Yeah. If you want to, so
Cass,
my first experience was New Nightmare. My dad and my uncle at the time was supposed to be watching me, and they thought I was asleep, and they put it on, and my uncle was obsessed with Freddy and Robert Englund. I actually have a picture over here of when he was little. My grandparents lived out in California, and they got a picture of him with a Freddy Krueger cutout, and it just so happened that a couple days later they were with my aunt and uncle in the valley, and they were at a restaurant with Robert Englund, and my grandmother was like, I'm not interrupting him, and my uncle was like, no, I'm going to go ask him. So he signed a cocktail napkin that said, Michael, sweet dreams from your pal Freddy. And so I have it framed. And because my uncle has been gone for 12 years at this point, tragically, but he was a huge part of the reason. But for me, like the one that absolutely just kind of altered my brain chemistry, arguably the Crow.
Oh my
Like,
god.
The Crow profoundly
So good.
changed my life. Like, my uncle and I watched it together.
Aw.
For those of you who don't know, I've talked about it a couple times. You don't really see it because it's on my back, but I have a big tattoo on my back that says it can't rain all the time with crows. That was my first actual tattoo.
Oh my god.
But like I have all the stuff, but it definitely took on a new meaning too after my uncle passed away, because of the way that it handles grief in such a beautiful, like, I actually gave a eulogy at my uncle's celebration of life, and I quoted the last little bit of The Crow, buildings burn, people die, but real love is forever.
I'm
But
gonna cry.
but it really did like change. It made me realize this is something like I want more of this. I want whatever this is, because it just was so different, because like he's a good guy, but he's a bad guy and he's killing people, and it's this splashy world. And I don't think a lot of people think how truly horrifying that movie is, but it is a horror movie at its core, because it's about this man coming back and avenging all the people who brutally killed his fiance.
Yeah.
And so it was so interesting and different and beautiful and moving that it just kind of like overtook me. And so I started to like dive in more and want more. And I also think it set up really high, unrealistic expectations when it came to men.
Absolutely.
So it all
And then
goes
she went
back
to Dracula and the Phantom, so she just is keeping on that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, but
There's a
no.
trend here.
Yeah, there's a trend. Like we went there, and then I realized Gerard Butler was out there, and then I was done. I was done.
That
So,
man.
But Mary, what about you?
Hold on, I'm just calming down for a minute. That man. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm always different. So I'm gonna give you 3. The first one that scared me, the first time I went, oh my god, I think I like horror. And the first one that made me realize, oh, you are attracted to villains. So the first one, I was like 5, and my grandpa was watching The Blob, the original one from the 80s, and it scared the crap out of me. I went to my bed convinced the Blob was going to overtake me as I'm sleeping, and that scared me. And then when I was 6, my godparents were watching me, and they had Child's Play on, and I walked into the room, and I thought it was funny, and I realized I think I like horror, and then when I first saw Scream when I was 13, I think,
So good.
and I found Billy Loomis, I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to like him, but I like him.
Oh, girl.
As you know, I'm a huge Scream fan. So.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so
Allie's a huge Scream fan. We both are, but yeah, Allie like knows every movie like the back of her hand.
Yeah,
So
I literally have it framed. Hold on.
Oh, I love it.
So if Allie's a huge fan of Scream, then that means that we need. Oh, there we go.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Amazing.
Sorry.
So if you're a huge fan of Scream, then we need to hook you up with our friend Tyler's book called Slasher Pass, which is.
Have you heard of it?
Horror.
No.
It is horror erotica, and it is Billy, and it's like she does
Billy
different tropes, and it's Billy and Stu, but cult vibes. Why choose them and a girl, and it's like a whole.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. She does a whole. She has other. There we go.
Slash or pat. Oh my god.
Okay. I is it on Amazon? Because I will.
Yeah. All of her books.
It's also. I think it's in Kindle Unlimited too.
Yeah, because she did that one, and then she did a bunch more where she did one that was based off of Friday the 13th. She did a Michael Myers version of one. She's currently doing a Great Gatsby one. That's like
I'm on her ARC team, and I've read a couple chapters of that already, and ladies. Ladies.
Hell
If you like some dark romance, yeah.
I'm like, do we just love the toxic men because Great Gatsby? Like, oh, wow.
Exactly. So we'll have to hook you up after this.
Well, it's that
Um,
whole thing that a hero will sacrifice you to save the world, a villain will sacrifice the world to save you. So we're like, yes.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
I realize that's why. I'm like, why? I'm like, because I'm such a bubbly and happy and nice person. I don't like mean people. I will tell them to fuck off in person.
Yeah.
But
Mary, you and I are
something about it.
Okay.
Well, Cass won't give me names and addresses sometimes. She'll like,
yeah, I won't. Yeah, I won't.
Okay, so one more tangent of mine, and then we can keep going. I'm so sorry. Mary, and
don't
Cass,
apologize for tangents.
what are your signs? No, I don't know that much about other signs than mine, but what are your signs?
I'm
ahead,
a
Mary.
Gemini.
Okay.
Okay, this makes sense.
Amazing.
Okay. I'm gonna. What sign do you think I am?
I don't know if
I feel like you're a Sag.
I feel like you're a Virgo.
I'm a Libra.
Oh, what's your birthday?
I'm September 26th.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna
So,
say, like, are you on
yeah.
the cusp?
I kind of, sort of. So tangent. I'm September 26th. My significant other is September 28th.
Oh
We
my
are
gosh.
2 days, 6 years apart. So he is 6 years older than me. But yeah, so we are both Libras, and you would think that does
Wow.
not work out, but it does.
No, I
Well,
love
So
that.
Isn't producer a Libra?
Yep. I was just gonna say, yeah.
I always say I think I was supposed to be a Scorpio. I really do. Because like some of the Gemini stuff, I'm like, I don't know. But the Scorpio stuff was like, I feel this.
Yeah.
yeah. So,
I'm like,
but
Mom, you messed up.
Yeah.
but yeah, like once you really realize, like you go through and the whole like peace and justice thing and everything,
Oh yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, that totally makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like I don't know, but so next question is favorite women in horror. Who is your favorite woman in horror?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Emma, you go first. I have to noodle.
Oh my gosh, I know I'm noodling too. I mean, everyone is. Well, okay. One of my favorites right now has been for years and years and years is Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. I would say she's the queen, but her mom's the queen. So she's
I know.
the second in ranking. I don't want to call her princess because that's weird.
No. I just love her so much. I think that I would be like very good friends with her in real life. I think she would love our podcast. I think she would love our podcast.
She would.
She just has so much under her belt in that genre. And I love that she okay, small tangent. I think sometimes when actresses are in horror films and then they go on to do a lot of other roles, they try to kind of hide those like horror roles.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Thank you. I literally was like, Leprechaun, hello.
Yeah.
And I just think like sometimes like I just love seeing women that are truly like embracing it. Like I love that every year around Halloween, like Jamie Lee Curtis is posting everybody's reposts of Halloween stuff. And like
she always does some kind of skit.
Yes, like, and she's just so proud of it. And like the fact that she was even in like the most recent films, like, you know, it just, she's such a queen to me in multiple ways. She's also just a scream queen. And I just love her. I think she's fantastic. She's just like one of my favorite gals. Yeah, that's like probably, I would say that's like my number one.
Okay. Well, obviously that's mine too. I could shout some other ones out. Malin Ackerman in The Final Girls.
Yes. Someone else knows it.
We love that film.
Yeah.
too.
I turned Mary onto it,
and I was
watched
like,
it together.
I was like, oh my god, why is this not my obsession? It's my obsession now.
Yeah. It's so good. We did it on the podcast. If you guys ever want to listen to it, it's
Oh,
good.
I've heard it.
Oh, good. Yeah. So you get it. We loved it.
It's just like I love everything about it, just like the relationship between the mom and the daughter, and it's all kind of, it's not really about the horror, it's about like circling back to appreciating your mom. And like I cried during that film, which made me, you know, that's what horror is so amazing. Like it makes you feel all of these different emotions. And so Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, but her in The Final Girls was amazing to me.
Unreal. Alice, can I add one more? Because you just reminded me with the whole Final Girls thing.
No.
Okay, so because is it Taysa or Tasia Farmiga?
Thaisa Farmiga.
Taysa.
Yeah.
Well, so I love her, but I love Vera Farmiga.
Oh, 1000%.
Yeah.
1000.
I'm actually I'm watching Bates Motel for the first time right now. My boyfriend watched season 1, and then we're both now on season 4, and I'm obsessed. I'm like, how? Like, and she's in a fucking metal band. Like, what a badass!
She's awesome.
Amazing.
When she did Slipknot, I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
you're my
I'm like,
spirit
could you be
animal.
cooler? I'm getting served wine on the side. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
My White Claw. Sponsored me, White Claw. And one of my comfort movies is The Departed, and she is also in.
Yes. I'm sorry, that's one of my favorite movies.
So good. Oh yeah, it's a classic. Absolutely.
Well, I love anything with a mob. Like over here, I have my ultimate, which is Goodfellas.
Oh
Poster.
my god.
So anything with a crime family. Okay, again, dark romance. What's wrong with me? So
I mean,
yes,
there's nothing wrong
I get so
with
excited when people mention movies that aren't mentioned a lot. So
Totally. Mary, I swear you and I are like actually the same person.
We're like all the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like imagine, okay, so we just covered Insidious.
which I listened to today, and I freaking loved it.
Thank you.
oh my God, I haven't even listened to it yet.
I know, neither have I. Imagine all of our bodies in Dalton's like vessel, and that's us.
Yeah.
We are all Dalton.
We are all
Yes.
Dalton.
Yeah.
We're all trying to get in Dalton, and we all succeeded, so we're just all the same.
that is a very.
I like that a lot. I like
that way of looking at it. So that's a really good one. Mary, well, we've done a couple different ones. What is your favorite?
I'm going to be, as usual, I always have to be different and extra. I'm going to pick a character. Who do you think I'm going to pick, Cass?
Pearl.
I love her. People don't give her enough credit.
You just strung a string with Al's.
You really did.
Oh, I picked her and Howard for my couple for last year. Because people don't understand. He killed for her. He did everything for her. Forgave her with everything that happened, and all she wanted was to be someone. And she lived in a time where she couldn't be someone, and she went, and people broke her heart, so she killed them. Okay, I mean, girl,
I get it.
I get it. And everyone was such a dick to her at that like audition. I was like, kill them all. And then like when those teenagers came and were shooting a porno on their land, I'm like, girl's upset because her husband won't have sex with her. Like she's got to be so frustrated.
No.
This is a whole deep dive. Specifically, I liked Pearl, but specifically I loved X because it was
fans, yeah.
And Maxine was beautiful. What?
Maxine?
Maxine?
Oh yeah, and Maxine was great. But
man, Goth, how is that two different? How's that the same person?
Oh my god, I know.
Transformers. But the scene specifically in X when it's the young people who are filming the porno singing "Landslide."
Oh
yes,
and they're just like it's like a bright light in their cabin, and then you see Pearl in a dark light, and she's like trying to get all pretty because she wants to fuck Howard. And that scene just makes me cry every single time.
Yeah. And I'm saying, like, is there a deeper romance? Is there a deeper, I guess, connection to someone who will just kill for you? Like, okay, You're upset. Okay, let me go. And they know he's been doing it for years. I mean, when he came home from the service, there were bodies. And he was just like, okay, we got this.
He's like, we're good.
The love is that strong that it's like,
and it's not that he doesn't want to have sex with her. He can't.
Yeah.
He's an old man. And it's like, oh, and okay, spoiler alert if you haven't seen X, which, what are you doing with your life? That ends up being part of his undoing.
Yeah.
And I cried.
Same.
Everyone was like, ew, old people having sex. I'm like, it's like that whole joke, like, oh, did you think you invented the blowjob? Like, too.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it.
No, that movie can be I could put if I were to do a thesis ever, it could be on X.
Oh, I could see you doing that.
I will help you with the research.
Perfect. Okay, great.
I have done a paper on horror movies for my associates. I have a dual associates in business management and legal studies, and for one of my classes we had to do like a comparison paper, and I did the Purge Anarchy versus Titanic, and I talked about the idea that even though Titanic has like all these people dying and stuff like this, it very much glamorized the fact that all these people died and you were focused on the love story, and it really took away the power, where the Purge Anarchy, it is just brutal, and it's brutal for a reason, because it's tapping into that innermost desire. And horror movies they can end however they want. They can end good, bad, everything in between. You can literally like leave it like, what the fuck? Yeah. And it's fine. So yeah, I did that. I did get an A on that.
As you should.
As I should. But I also used it as an excuse to buy the Purge Anarchy and watch it 27 times.
Did you also buy the VHS of Titanic, like videotape the tooth pack?
Oh, I had them. Oh
my gosh.
So, yeah, I had them. So my mother had it. My mother has everything. My mother's a hoarder. But I said that. I just put that in there. But yeah, she had that. She had that. So yeah, I was definitely like, yeah, we're bringing that out for the occasion. Just got to do it. But yeah, I really did do that. So it can be done.
One day I would love to read that paper.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to find it. I don't even know where it is anymore. So that feels like a lifetime ago. But I really was like, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So anyone who knows me knows already who I'm gonna say. Elvira. Like that is the single most important person to me. Like she has shaped me into who I am as a person. There was nobody cool with the name Cassandra.
I was just gonna say, you spell the same name. It's
so
cool.
And so people who've listened before know that I thought my name was Cassandra. I was wrong about that. So we had Peaches Christ on. We were talking about Elvira and how she goes by Cassandra. I go by Cassandra. My grandmother, who doesn't really know a lot about horror, showed her a clip because I was really excited and proud to land that and, to be talking to somebody. And she's like, your name's Cassandra. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, your name is actually Cassandra. Okay, then why am I going by Cassandra? Well, I don't know. Because and all I could think was, okay, well, I went to a school that was very preppy and a lot of people didn't know how to say my name. So I went as Cassandra. So now I have to check myself and redo that. But she just, like, she's never apologized for like I have a cup that even says that my appearance is rather shocking, and it's her.
It's so good.
But she's never apologized for being the way she is. Her book is so incredible. I mean, it is.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, it's incredible. I would give my liver to meet her in person. I am waiting for the day that I can get her to sign my Living Dead doll. But yeah, I would also give my kidney to get her Monster High Elvira doll because I also love Monster High, and that is like I would sell my soul for that.
Cass,
but
we
yeah.
are also the same. That is like one of my favorite icons in horror. Thank you for bringing her up. I agree. She's absolutely fantastic. She's iconic. She is a pioneer in genre.
100%. Like just
she
all the movies, like
And
all
she showed women it's okay to like sex.
Yes, and it's okay to like feel like you look good, and I'm gonna like not be shamed for like looking good and feeling good about it, you know. And I don't want to make you sad, Cass. I didn't see her in person, but we have been to a convention or two out here where she's been at, and I'm also like, do I spend like $300 to meet her? You know,
that might be the one person
haunt this year, but they wouldn't release what day.
Oh.
It was a surprise. I was gonna try and go for Cass.
But yeah, she was gonna video for me and everything. But yeah, that is the one person that I would probably be like, you know, I might have to sell my soul to buy her package.
I mean, do you need it?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I already kind of contemplated it today with the whole sleep token ticket thing that's been going on. So, so yeah, I mean, I've already become detached to it, so we might as well offer it up. So, I mean, it's fine. I'll survive. So, but yeah, I just think she's incredible, and she's funny. She is funny. She's
funny.
Like, and she doesn't care what people think of her. She is just so uniquely who she is. Totally. And I think that is just so important. So I love her for that. So this is going to be a spicy one. And we don't have to, we don't have to completely call any particular one out. This could just be that we just didn't really like it.
I'm like, what is this?
But what is a movie in the horror genre that you feel gets overhyped? And purely, this is just your opinion. We're not canceling anybody here.
You go ahead, Alice. I feel like you have one.
Oh, great. Cool. I really, okay. How do I preface this? Saw. And if you love it, that's amazing.
Tell your story.
I just, to me, you can hear it on the podcast. I have like a more kitschy genre that I like of horror. And so I think Saw gets a lot of praise, and that's great, but it's not my favorite.
Oh, 100%. I don't think that the reason Mary brought that up is because I was a certified Saw hater. And the only reason that turned me around on that is my friend Ashley. Ashley, if you're listening to this, shout out to you. But during COVID, Spiral came out and they were marathoning the movies. And so it's COVID. There's nothing to do. So I actually watched them we watched 2 a night. And they had a couple different people like Josh Stolberg and different people that came in and were talking about different things. But I do like Saw. But is Saw like, am I obsessed like my friend Ashley, who that's completely part of her DNA? No, that's not the genre for me. I am more in a different genre. Yeah. And that's more what I gear to. I have a love and appreciation for it now because of her and seeing it differently. But I definitely have a different school of thought.
And that's exactly it. Like, I don't hate it. It's just, I think it's over.
Yeah.
Hyped, kind of.
I get it. I mean, I've only seen the first and the second, and I want to watch the rest of them to see, but it's
me too. Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, oh, I have to. I'm just like, and
like, just
when I enjoyed the first one when it came out, I was like, oh shit.
And to be fair, I probably haven't seen it since I was probably in my 20s, like early 20s. So
And that does change it, because I think a big reason why I ended up going, you know what? I didn't. Now, listen, I will come out and say this, though. I'm still a Hostel hater, okay? Hostel is okay, but
Yeah.
like for me, no. No. That's like somebody trying to come on here. I've gotten a couple comments before about people being like, when are you going to cover a Serbian film? When pigs fly,
Never.
my friend.
Never.
When pigs fly.
Never. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never.
when pigs fly, my friend. There are just some films that are not meant for me. I'm not doing.
Emma and I talk about this a lot, and I love Eli Roth for different reasons, but Hostel is definitely not one of those reasons.
Yeah. Same.
It's shock horror porn. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like the Thanksgiving movie that came out. I think there are great elements to it. However, did we need to put somebody in an oven? No, that did not need to be done.
We did not.
We did not. There are other things we could have done. So yeah, I fully agree, and I am not that crowd. I am more. I have a very specific, I've expanded that since obviously doing that and everything that we've covered and appreciations that I've deepened since then. But I am not the target audience for that.
Yeah.
Me either.
So what about you, Emma?
Okay, I have two.
Okay.
So double canceled. So number one, and it has a caveat, is Terrifier. And I want to say it's slowly growing on me, I think, a little bit more, because I think that I am starting to really like the character of Art the Clown a lot more. But like, if we're going off of like Terrifier first one, like I actually think I've liked the subsequent ones better. I really liked Terrifier 2 a lot. But the first one to me kind of gave like gory horror porn. Like it just felt like so gory. Not that that's like a bad thing necessarily, but I don't know. I just felt like it was such a
extra.
It was a lot. It was a lot. As somebody,
and I think that was actually his goal.
100%.
It was. He was like, I just want to make.
So I was
extra shit.
Yeah, I was in the same boat,
Mm-hmm.
and I will tell you what turned me around on it is not only did I know somebody that was attached to it, Steve, who was a producer on it, but then I had the opportunity to interview David Howard Thornton for this podcast.
It's an episode,
and it's an episode, and it came out. Honestly, the time it happened, this was never what it was. But what impressed me so thoroughly is him.
Yes,
him
100%.
and Damien, and the way that they're doing things behind the scenes. That's what truly made me go, you know what? I fully get this now. I understand why they're doing this, and I understand why this is so important. And it changed my view on it. And definitely kind of rearranged my chemistry, because I was nobody. David didn't owe me shit.
So cool.
But he came on and he talked to me, and this is
an amazing
before
episode.
Terrifier 2 came out. This is definitely way before Terrifier 3, and way before he really like blew up the way he did. And he was kind and generous, and actually had a very lovely conversation with me off camera, talking about his autism diagnosis, and him and I being able to talk about the fact that there are people out there like him that are getting diagnosed later in life, that are showing me that there is hope for my child growing up, and what this looks like. So that to me is what kind of turned me around.
Yeah.
Now, is it exactly the kind of movie that's going to attract me to a T? No.
Yeah.
But now that I've like seen all of that, I've talked to them, I know what's going on behind the scenes, I can kind of look at it like, yeah, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I adore him. And I think there's a reason why he's so popular. And it is because
Totally.
he is just a gracious man.
Yeah.
And he has such a big heart. And he has never forgotten where he came from. And I think that's what happens with a lot of stars that you see, like with Jamie Lee Curtis. She never forgot where she came from.
Totally.
And it's the same thing, like Nev Campbell, same thing. Ski Ulrich, Matthew Lillard. And so a lot of those, I think that's what turned me around. So,
I think, that makes perfect sense. And that's kind of where my sentiment is starting to change too. But I think if we like strip all of that away and just looked like at the film, I think for like a long time, I was like, why is this getting like so much hype? Like, and
at its core value, like
I was like,
film is just shock and awe, and it's meant to be the way that it is, and you kind of get
understandable, because if that's not your thing, you're not gonna like it.
Totally. But no, 100%. Terrifier 2, like Terrifier 2, oh my god,
it had more of a story. I think that's why.
And I think I just loved like the female character. I mean, even though we had that also in the first one, like she just was so heroic. And so like, I think I loved the whole like women, and that's just a personal thing that I like. Right. So that was like my like number one. I think if you asked me, that's like probably the one I can think of in the last like few years that I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really get the hype, but I get the hype on the person, like, and the character that I'm like, totally get it. My other one, which you guys are going to laugh because it just came out today, is Insidious. Like, but I also get it because at the time when it all came out in 2011, right? Like people were seeing it in the theaters and we were getting scared shitless. Like there just wasn't something like that had really like come out like in that time period. And it really just like scared us. But I think Als, you and I like just rewatching it and then doing the pod like on it. I was like, I mean, it's kind of a rinse and repeat of like a lot of other horror films, you know? So I was like, I don't get why it has like that much hype. And I'm personally not scared of the red-faced demon guy that looks like
my gosh, he still scares me. Are you kidding me? The first time he popped up, I screamed.
Mary, he has a cul-de-sac hairline. You can't be scared of that, Mary.
That is even more frightening.
Mary, I'm still scared by him too, all right?
Like, he still gets me. And I know he's gonna show up.
Yep.
Literally, I have to do this to my screen. Like, no.
It's like The Conjuring when she's
I love The
on top of the
on
the wardrobe.
Yeah,
I've seen that so many times, and I know it's coming. She still scares the crap out of me.
I love it. Is it weird that I love The Conjuring, but like Insidious just didn't do it for me? I don't know.
It's a different vibe. It's a totally different vibe.
I get it.
Insidious was kind of slow in the beginning. I tried to. Okay, my 16-year-old loves horror. Thank you very much, Spooky Mom. And she could not get into Insidious. She loves The Conjuring. She loves all that other stuff. She said Insidious was too slow for her, and I get it.
Well, and I was saying, like, when we reviewed Insidious, and I watched it like 3 times this past week, it just the dream sequence or the further sequence took so long. So I was like, okay, we get it.
I was like, this could be an email. You're in the.
This could be an email.
That really could have been. Yeah. So for me, you brought it up, but for me, I think one of my biggest overhyped, and people are gonna kill me for this one, but The Conjuring, because of the fact is it started out strong with The Conjuring, and then you added all these unnecessary, and yes, I get it. Some of them are enjoyable, but are they good movies? That is the question. And you just kind of continually went down. And then when you really pissed me off is when you had the audacity to tackle La Llorona, and you fucking shit the bed.
Oh my God. What was that?
Yeah.
That is quite literally any single person who has heard that that's not how that goes. So for me, I'm just like, I'm good. Like, that's the one that you picked. Like, we could have done Crooked Man. We could have done like a bunch of different people.
Crooked Man.
Right.
That's scary as hell. What the hell's that thing?
But I also, the thing about it too, and maybe this is controversial, I don't like that we're still glamorizing Ed and Lorraine Warren, especially after there has been so much that has come out to say that there were things that happened that were not appropriate. And I don't know what happened. I can't say that something, did or did not. But the fact that they have a whole movie franchise based on
their story.
like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
but at the same time, very clearly, like, that's just, and I feel like it takes away legitimacy from people who actually do that, like who do ghost
Totally.
hunts and different things like that. It's like the lady with the Conjuring house, like when
Yes.
her and
God.
what's his face from Ghost Adventures were going toe to toe to each other, and she was like she should have just came out and said she was possessed, like that for the plot. That would have been better.
Yes.
But like, it just takes away from legitimacy of that. And at this point, like, the last movie was like, our loved saved us from this whole big like possession thing. Yay. Yeah. And I'm like, that was fucking weird. I'm sorry. That was fucking weird.
No, I support that opinion, because I straight up just flat out will say I did not like The Conjuring on a scary level or on a like reality level. Like,
well, and Cass, I agree with you too. Like, to me, we could have stopped at The Conjuring. I liked The Conjuring, but we could have stopped there.
That movie still scares the hell out of me. The
first one
scares me.
I feel like we've lost that ability. Not everything has to be a sequel, has to be continued, has to keep going forward. That does not make sense. There are movies that end the way that they do. Like, we just recently did Watcher and with Micah Monroe. And that movie literally ends with like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list.
We don't need another. We don't need another.
Leave it there. The power of that movie is the way that ends, because it literally, like, it sets everything up for the message and everything behind it. So there are movies that just need to be like that. We don't have to continue moving forward. We do not have to keep doing. Agree. And I'm the kind of person, I will watch a lot of things. Yeah. I will watch a lot of crazy shit.
I'll watch anything pretty much.
Yeah, for the plot, I will watch a lot of things. Like, we watch Bermuda Tentacles, and I still kind of want to sue sci-fi for that a little bit.
But I don't regret it, because it's been the funniest joke.
Yeah, it's been the funniest.
I love a bad B movie I can make fun of.
Yeah. It's been our running joke.
As horror fans, you get that, because we have to watch a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
A lot of.
Sometimes those B movies are better than
no, truly, and we're still talking about it, right? Like, it's like it obviously made an impact. Like,
Killer Clowns.
Clowns. So good. So
Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Hell House.
Oh my God.
Look what they did.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
You brought up one other thing too. I wanted to say, like, with the this is maybe getting a little deep into our thought process here, but like yes, not everything has to be like a sequel. And I think it makes it really sad too when you as the audience, us as the audience, can almost tell too that the reason that these movies are being made into franchises is purely from a money grab standpoint. It's not because the story's good. It's not because there's more story to tell. It's literally because, Conjuring did so well. Well, let's keep it open in case we do want to maybe form like a universe. It's just this whole, like, it sucks that the motive in like the background is probably just completely like monetary, and it's like, that just like makes me, and I get it. These people do need to make money that create, like, I support everybody who's like, doing creative stuff in horror, and I want them to make money and I want them to be successful. But yeah, it does like take away some of the value of it. It's like, this just feels like you guys are just doing this because it's an on schedule thing with your production house, and
stop remaking everything.
Yeah.
There has really only been one movie that I have walked back from that opinion of. And the only movie to do that, and people can come for me if they want, and I will stand by this, is The Crow. Because of the fact that the new Crow was so far away from what the original one was. And I understand that people were bringing up the fact that they should have changed Shelley and Eric, and it should have been a whole thing.
But wasn't that based off the comic?
But the people have to remember at the end of the day, there was a completely different movie. Like Michael Berryman was supposed to play a whole character, went out, did screen testing for that. And then, he died.
Yeah.
And Brandon Lee died, and then they cut everything. So that movie is a separate movie. It is more like the comic. And I understand that it's not everyone's like cup of tea because they made things like visually striking and different, but it is so far away. And I'm sorry, but you had fucking Bill Skarsgård going down the street with a fucking katana, going to kill Danny Houston, and literally using himself as a prop to slice the fuck out of people.
Awesome.
Like, that is so far from
you had him in a fur pimp jacket.
Yeah. That is so far from like goth daddy Eric Draven that was on top of the building, like playing his guitar with the cat.
Yes.
I think we could say that those are two separate movies.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
So that I understand, because eventually they were going to remake The Crow. Like, let's be honest. That was something that was happening for a long time. Yeah. Like Luke Evans was supposed to be him at one point in time. Jason Momoa was supposed to play him at one point in time. There were, for years, there were people like saying that they were in casting and they were moving forward with it, and it never happened. So like, I think we got the best version that we were going to get, and it is so different from the original. But if you're getting a shot for shot copy, that is where you get, especially with that, because he died.
Yeah.
He died. That movie is completely the way it is because he passed away. They made it the way they did. And this movie is so different. But shot for shot reproduction never really works out. The only time I'm going to say that it did is when Tom Savini did Night of the Living Dead. And there are so many people that were involved with that did like that film and were touching on it, that's what made it. And Tony Todd, I mean, you're going to put anything in him and he's RIP.
Can I do a quick shout out actually to a Black female owned business actually that we are friends with? It's Cult Horror Social Club. And she makes fantastic merch. And I have this shirt from her that on the back, it says stop remaking classic horror films. And it's like the best thing ever. And it's a huge writing. And I'll have to send it to you guys.
Send it to us and we're definitely going to link it down below. But that
she's fantastic. Mary, she comes to Midsummer sometimes too. So
okay, cool.
I'll have to look you guys up. But she has such fun merch. And when I saw that, actually it was our first Midsummer, and she was wasn't she one of our first like booths we stopped at too, Els? And I was like, I need this shirt immediately done. And then she's been our friend ever since. And we always see her at cons and stuff. And it's just, so anyways, just small shout out because we're talking about that. The remakes.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Mary,
I'm just so mad when they remake them.
Yeah. Mary, what about you? What's an overhyped film?
I'm just going to do a little cliff note. I am a fan of The Conjuring, but I try and look at it as the story. I cannot stand Ed and Lorraine Warren, and I think it's such a waste to be using those actors as them because they are so much better, and the Warrens wish they had looked like them. Okay. I think just everything that came out about him and having like a student upstairs and everything, why are we still glamorizing them?
Yeah.
Like what you guys are saying. So it's kind of hard because I loved The Conjuring and I will watch The Conjuring movies. I just have to. It's just when they come out, have I been happy every time? No.
Well, it's good for you to just know, because so then you know what you're talking about too. You know, like it's like a double-edged sword, right?
But I totally agree with you guys, and it's kind of a thing that broke my heart. Like, why did you pick these people? Because series has been so cool.
I love Patrick Wilson. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Also, I would fuck both of those people. So,
I mean, 100%. Like, I'm going to say, I am the biggest Raoul hater in the world from Phantom of the Opera, but Patrick Wilson is still fucking hot. Like Patrick
So
Wilson, Horror Daddy, is different than Patrick Wilson going up against Gerard Butler,
Right.
like as Raoul. Like that is two
Yeah.
separate things. Like Patrick Wilson, when
Yeah.
he started doing the Aquaman, especially, I was like,
Oh my
how the where have you been hiding, sir? Like, excuse me, calm down.
He can
The
get
audacity. He's so fine.
Don't get me started.
Allie's like,
But I will tell you one funny thing. So my husband's not he likes horror, like House of a Thousand Corpses. He likes that stuff. He's very picky. And he watched the Conjuring series with me and my stepdaughter and had fun with it. And, gets scared and laugh around. He goes, the one comment he made was so funny. He goes, they're always leaving their daughter alone. When are they ever with their daughter?
Really are.
I think that was one of our biggest calms when we did it, right, Owls? We were like, who the fuck is watching their daughter?
You have this fucking mystic museum that's haunted
in their house.
And why are you not? If Patrick Wilson is saying don't go in there, why is Patrick Wilson not locking that door and securing it more?
These are all great questions.
Yeah, and that's always been our biggest joke is, Conjuring, the movie where they don't watch their kids.
Yeah.
Their daughter.
Literally none of them watch their kids. Oh my god.
No, clearly they don't. So the last question before we move on to stay.
Oh, wait, I didn't do mine.
No,
yet.
Mary, you didn't do yours. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do what I always talk about. Unpopular opinion, come for me, whatever. The Friday the 13th sequels. We only needed the first movie about her mom.
Agreed.
I like Jason. Jason should have been something totally separate, a different franchise, had nothing to do with this, because it took away from what Friday the 13th is. It's a grieving mother getting revenge.
Yep.
And it took it away by making him rise out of the water and now become the slasher. Like, homie, you didn't even do the killing in the first place.
We joke about that all the time, because I think like we did a trivia episode and it was like who technically like was the murderer or whatever in like the first like Friday 13th. We're like, it was obviously Pamela Voorhees. Hello. Like,
I mean, if they had kept it that way, Drew Barrymore would have survived in Scream, because she would have known that there's only one movie.
Exactly. She would have known.
I blame them for her death.
And it's like you guys could have maybe even done more with Pamela. I don't know. If she like didn't die, then like you guys could have, like there could have been.
She's
more
the best villain. Yeah. I loved her.
She's freaking psycho. I love
it.
The
first time I saw it, because you grew up knowing about it, I thought it was Jason the whole time, because that's what we were taught growing up. And then you find out it's this little old lady. I'm like,
oh my god, and Allie.
And I feel like it gets so lost.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And Allie and I joke all the time. We're like, how does Pamela Voorhees have the strength to just be like yeeting children out of windows and like,
yes.
I'm like,
and she's so fast.
She's so fast. She's so strong. We want to see her work out. Yeah, she does.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this with my full chest.
Love it.
Pamela walked, so Felissa Rose's character in Sleepaway Camp could run.
Do you know who the nicest person is in the entire world?
Felissa
Rose.
We love her.
Can we just talk about the horror community? And if you go to a convention, this like Bill Moseley was like my dream for us to meet, me and my husband. My husband's favorite movie is Texas Chainsaw 2, and we love all the like that House of 1,000 Corpses, everything.
Oh yeah.
And like his family loves him so much. Their dog was named Otis because it was blonde, and we got them a signed picture, and they have it framed in their living room of him. And meeting him was the greatest thing. Like, he's the nicest guy, and he plays the meanest, scariest person.
Don't you love that? Don't you love it?
I also
so funny.
I met Sid before he passed.
Yeah,
and he was also just like, oh my god, hi.
Yeah, they're the nicest people. And when you go to the cons, you're just like, and none of them are really bougie, even though, yeah, you have to pay. They're not, they'll talk to you. They're not going to be like, no, I don't have time for you. They're all just amazing.
They really are. And we've met a handful of them before. And it's just so nice that we can all just love each other. Is that
There's
cheesy?
no gatekeeping.
Yeah.
There's
no.
gatekeeping.
It really is. And I will tell you, like, I'll never come out and like say who it is, but like we have private conversations with crazy people all the time. And it is crazy the amount of like different things that we've been able to do and accomplish. And it's simply because we're just like, hey, you're cool. Come on and do this.
Yep.
How about it?
Totally.
And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm just like, great. So yeah, I really love that. So Felissa Rose is going to be at Cinema Wasteland in April, and I might die a little inside if I meet her.
Cass, she's so easy to talk to. I knew you were going to say that, Als. We went up to her, Cass. She had no one at her booth. Not that she like let me preface that. She had people at other times, but like I don't know if we just ran into her in a gap or something where there was just nobody like at her booth, and she was charging a little bit for like photos, but she talked to us completely for free and let us take a photo of her holding our podcast sticker, like didn't ask us for a cent, gave us hugs. We asked her if we could interview her on the podcast. And I mean, this was a while ago. So like, you know, we haven't had any like big people like, and we're actually barely diving into interviews like on the pod. But she's like, oh my God, just let me know when, like, I'd be happy to come on. And I'm like, really? Like you would? She's the nicest.
And she's iconic. She's the nicest. And it's just a testament to our horror community.
Yeah. Cass, I think we're going to manifest it right now that it's going to happen for you.
It's going to happen. Like it is going to happen. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my big girl pants on and do it.
Yes, girl.
Yes. I will, in the moment right now talking about it, I'm going to psych myself out, but doing it, I get an incredible, like, you got this. And then I go do it. So it'll be okay. It'll be okay. So I'm delusional enough to think that I can pull certain things off. And so far, look where I am right now. That kind of worked out well.
I love it.
One time I thought I was going to marry Harry Styles, and I still like have that in my back pocket. And my husband says, that's okay if you meet him and he wants to marry you. So it's fine.
Oh, you're all past. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Like, yeah.
My husband knows he's not the only one. He's aware. And I have given him go ahead for Aubrey Plaza. Like, just
I would.
Like,
yeah. I was about to say, Jim already knows. Pedro Pascal calls up. I'm gonna have to consider it.
Or Daddy.
Like, he's a gentleman. Okay.
He is.
All right.
You guys are gonna laugh, but I think I'm Matthew McConaughey.
Girl, I'm sorry. I cannot listen to that. If he shows up, yes.
Okay, but like only in certain, I can't describe it, but like, okay, him in like
Dazed and Confused.
Well,
All right. I love it. I know Dazed and Confused like the back of my hand.
Literally, that's my absolute favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, I watched it so many times, and so that's why I'll joke when I'm like thinking, and I'll go like that kid does. He always pierces his nose.
That is hilarious. But no, I understand that because I didn't understand the appeal for Paul Mescal. And then I watched Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I've heard.
Okay, I get this now. And especially since he's technically Pedro Pascal's stepson in this, like kind of sort of like, I'm kind of like, why are you guys fighting?
Yeah.
Like,
sorry, what?
Why you guys
with the new Gladiator and Pedro Pascal's in it?
Yes, Pedro Pascal is in it, and so is Paul Mescal. She's like, it's on Paramount Plus, girl. It is on Paramount Plus.
I've got that, so I know what I'm doing after this.
I will tell you, like, great. I was already excited because, like, I'm a history buff and like ancient history, and I'm like, yeah. So I went to go see it in theaters, but I was like, damn. I understand the appeal now, because you put Pedro Pascal as like a general, and he's like, he gives you like, I'm toxic kind of vibes in the beginning, but then you find out that it's like
I love
all
that.
a play, like a ploy, and he's like this deep like heart, and like his woman in this movie, and he'll ride or die for her. And then you have Paul Mescal next to him, and I'm just like, I get
see
it
it.
now.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it now. I get it now. I get it instantly, 100%. I mean, I was already sold on Pedro Pascal because he's Joel in The Last of Us. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
So good.
so good. So
fucking
good. And if you're going to outlast a zombie apocalypse, especially that fucking crazy ass shit, you want Pedro Pascal next. Like,
Oh, yeah. He
And
is
it's
so
really-
perfect.
If you quick question. Is it still in theaters?
Gladiator 2?
Yes.
No, it's not. It's
I
don't
think so.
only on stream.
B, episode 3. This is not a question, it's a statement. Episode 3 of The Last of Us. If you want to cry, if you just like want to just sob,
Bob.
That whole show.
watch that.
The whole show.
The whole show, but
The whole-
specifically for me, episode 3 is just like, oh my gosh.
I feel like that was this is I don't know. Is it This Is Us for horror fans?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
Mary. Yes.
That is a good
Yeah,
analogy.
that is a very good analogy. It's like now that he has that movie coming out with Dakota Fanning, where it's like
Yeah.
her
I'm so
and Chris
excited for
Evans.
it.
People are like,
That's
listen,
romantic, so.
we're jumping the card on this. This is something polyamory could solve. Like, why does
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson have to choose? Like,
It's not hard.
She could have a husband and a boyfriend. Okay, we could have it all right.
It's not hard.
We
Yeah.
can all have it all.
Right, we could have it all. So
I mean, I've seen it on the what's that one famous people that are on Instagram and TikTok, the throuple. They're doing great.
Oh, yeah. I've seen
They're
that.
doing great. And I showed my husband. He goes, "Oh, that guy just got lucky."
yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I don't know, but
They're
I
called a
can't do it.
throuple, and I guess the wife. And so, man and wife are married, and then not married but together. The wife decides, "Hey, I think I'm bisexual. Let's bring someone else in." They have all been together for like 6 years, living as a unit, and they talk about the issues, the non-issues, and I'm fascinated.
Oh, there she is.
Allie's like, I mean, get my husband and Pedro Pascal.
What?
I could not. I couldn't do this because you touch my man, I'm gonna stab you. So I'm a petty bitch. So I couldn't handle it, but it's very interesting to see them handle it.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish this last
Okay.
question so we can start talking about Stay Alive.
So this is a 5-hour
but
podcast.
I mean, we knew this was gonna be like 2 hours. I'm sorry.
Yes.
We're gabbing.
Hey,
Yeah.
what is our thing? 3? Didn't we do 3 with
Bill Perry?
Bill Perry?
We love you, Bill. Bill told me ahead of time. He's like, I will gab. And
we were like,
yeah.
Same.
Yeah. A thumbs up, same. So last question. Favorite horror podcast other than your own?
Oh. Ooh. Well,
You don't have to say us.
no, I was gonna say, is it weird if that is though? Like,
Yeah, is it weird if it is?
I would say we also really like what were you gonna say?
Spooky Tuesday.
Spooky
Yes.
Tuesday and Katie Afraidy.
Pretty.
Those gals are all of them are amazing gals. I don't know if you guys know Spooky Tuesday, but they are.
I do. I listen to them, and let me just make sure that I'm thinking of the right. Yes. So, Cass, this is the one I told you where they're all ADHD as well.
Yes.
And I connect with them. They get.
They're so fun.
Yeah, they're great. They're amazing.
And they literally tie like something gay to like every film that they do, which is so fun. And then they find like some connection to Matthew Lillard, which is amazing. And then our other friend, Katie, and when I say friend, it's like we knew these people as podcasters and then became friends with them. Kind of like you guys. Like it's just like
Yeah.
It's
all
amazing.
But our friend Katie, she has a podcast. She's a comedian in LA, and she's a Fangoria official podcast. So she gets like really amazing guests, not only because she's a comedian and has those good connections, but through Fangoria as well. And
does she do a horror show sometimes?
Yes, a comedy show. Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I've seen her.
Like
She's
Megan.
Amazing.
Yeah, she dresses up like Megan. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's insane. I thought it was the coolest thing.
She's amazing. So those are, I would say, like y'all three are probably like our faves for sure.
So that's amazing.
I kind of want to cry because, like, you people listen and you love what you do, and it's just like you realize you really like impact others, and people like you like them. I'm gonna cry.
Well,
yeah,
like, we don't have video yet on our podcast. We're not even sure if we're going to do video, to be completely honest. So watching like you guys who have like video, it just brings so much, it brings like a lot of fun to it, like even just like the Bucket of Chum one that we watched, like I loved all your guys' different backgrounds and like,
Oh, yeah. I would say
video with me. We just have to. Video. I just have stuff available.
I just want to say too, for those of you who think that the shit that Mary does on camera is bad, it's 1,000 times fucking worse in the best way possible off camera. Mary will literally pop the fuck up. Like Mary,
oh my gosh,
here she is.
Kylie and I were literally filming Spooky Moms Forgot that we sent the thing in the group chat. Mary was watching us for like a good half hour, and I didn't notice because she's in the bottom. And then all of a sudden she was like, hi, like we paused, and Mary was like, I don't want to just, oh my gosh, I love that. My mom and dad are gonna be so mad.
All right, Mary started bringing out props, so I was like, I gotta find something here.
Yeah, Mary's got all kinds of them. She's got.
Wait, I have this one. Oh my god, girl!
Here's a tip. Spirit after Halloween.
Yeah, Mary went ham, but
$3.
You say 3?
Yes.
Yeah,
$5.
Mary hit it good. Yeah, so obviously we love you guys and we love women in horror. But we have so many people that we've gone on to make such deep connections and have definitely like changed the landscape of how we did things. Video was a big thing when we started doing that. Like it was like, okay, because you do kind of open yourself up more for criticism doing that, especially us not looking like your traditional horror fan. And
I'm too aggressive for some people.
Yeah, Mary literally got a comment on one of our videos that said she was too aggressive because we were doing Hell House and she recreated the clown face herself instead of getting the mask. And they said, you guys are, I was looking for a horror podcast. You guys are too aggressive. I'm out.
His name was Hellraiser. What hell are you raising?
Girl, great question. Also, like, I'm sorry, but you just said you're looking for a horror podcast.
All right.
Yeah, and we're talking about Hell House, like.
And I literally had the makeup on for 2 minutes because I couldn't do the whole podcast in it.
Also controversial, but I'm sorry, but it was a man.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
yeah,
it
was.
I hate when men comment on anything that we're doing as women, to be completely honest.
Stop giving men microphones.
Exactly.
I like.
Yeah, we love.
Okay, there are some good men. We will say.
Absolutely, and we are
just
about
asshole haters.
Yes, but there are some that really do test the limits because I've talked about it before. We've talked about doing one where we pull up our message request.
I bet you ladies understand.
And because I've gotten some, and one I got really bad one time, and I told them, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. But it was literally somebody that was like, I hate the way you look, but you should do vocal porn because your voice is sexy and talking all these dirty, disgusting things because I'm sitting here talking horror. And I'm like, okay, fuck you.
My favorite videos are when women have those comments and then they show the guy that's leaving the comment and it's like, you're fat. And it's like some big bald dude. And you're like,
Totally.
Okay, honey.
And then his bio is like lover of Christ, father of 3
Yep.
daughters.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, okay, wait, what?
Yeah. So I just don't, and I don't have time for that because I truly do. We are so incredibly blessed to work around men who will fight for us the way that they
Yes.
do.
I think we all
And
have supportive men in our lives, and like little claps for them real quick.
yes.
Mine's right
yes.
here. He's filling my wine on the side, so I really appreciate it.
I understand that 100%. Like Jim holds it down. Like Brayden's in bed because of Jim. He's being a cat dad and he's doing all the things. Like he does that.
Ollie has a cat daddy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm at my parents' house. Dad, where's my wine?
But no, I mean, we know some incredible, like just so many, like I don't know about Mary, but like big ones for us are like frequent collaborators. Like I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the guys that I do the collective with because they each have their own podcast and do different things, but they are such fierce supporters of that. Like they would literally go toe to toe with anybody who's like trying to say anything about us. Like
I love that.
They would be the first people to like, okay, we're not doing this. Like, these are our girls. Like you need to chill out. But like ChumHellzone, he really helped us be comfortable with doing lives and live content.
So much fun.
And they're really fun. And like he has kind of commandeered Kylie a little bit to like do lives. And I love that because Kylie, like, this was never on Kylie's bingo card. I kind of just was like, hey, we're doing this, and grabbed onto her and we went running to the races. So Kylie doing the stuff that she's doing, that's incredible. But like Bucket of Chum, Super Scary, just so many different people that we've come into contact with. Jaime McGuire, who's from plays Mr. Smiley, like always is checking up on us.
My gosh,
always
he's the
is
sweetest person.
I literally could say I coughed the wrong way, and this man will be like, "Hey, friend, how you doing? How's that cough?" Like he always checks in. Weston, who, if you're not familiar with horror gaming or even horror thirst traps on TikTok,
he's no
he goes by Just Haunter, but he is constantly hyping us up. Yeah, sweetest person. First thing that happens when he sees me in a live, Cass, and like he'll talk about being like like if you guys want incredible women in horror, these are these guys and stuff like that. And like just things like that are just incredible. Like I literally could go, we have just been so blessed that we've been able to retain so many people that just keep coming back and thinking that we're cool because I'm a cool person. Yeah, but I don't think I'm just a mom in Norwalk, Ohio. I'm okay.
Well, you're not. You are an amazing, powerful woman.
Yes,
girl, you amaze me. You started Horrorcraft. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to praise you because this is here because of you.
Yeah, we're doing this. Yeah, because of you guys.
He is a horror encyclopedia. I don't know how she knows all these names. I have to Google everything and I go, oh, it's that person. She just knows it right away. And you're so damn smart.
I am you, Mary. Can I do two more? You are.
No, go ahead.
I hope you have one that I'm thinking of. Alice, go ahead.
Okay.
You might have one that I'm thinking of too. So go ahead.
Well, we love women in horror, so important, and I love all women in horror. But speaking of men who support women in horror, my first big shout out is to our producer.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Gonna hate that.
He has his headphones on. I don't know if you heard us.
But also Civil Gore podcast is amazing. They're so supportive and they've been with us since the very beginning and are big supporters of women in horror. So if you haven't listened to them, go listen to them. They're like so fun. We just like chit chat.
Yeah, Tim and Brian from Civil Gore are the first people who, like, when we even started our Instagram, like, they found us and like added us, and then listened to our first episode and was like, "Hey guys, you're killing it! Like, the quality is good." Like, they've been in the game for like a really long time. They were one of the first podcasts we went on as well for like, we've only done a handful of these like interviews. Like, you guys are only like number like 3 or 4 maybe that we've been on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome. And we're going to put this on our website once everything's live too. So we love to cross promote. But yeah,
what I was getting at is
fantastic. Sorry, Alice.
I love men in horror that really amp up women in horror and support.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I will say, like, again, Mary was on an episode of Talking Tapes. We split it up into 3 parts. I never
Mary
really
was
think
on.
about, because Mary was well, but no, we were just doing that for like editing purposes and stuff. And there's 5 of us on there. They brought up us as one of their favorite women in horror, and just to hear, like, these guys have only really known us for like a year, but just to hear that they like understand what they're doing and like certain like connection points, that to me shows me that we are doing what we need to do. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we don't make a fucking dime from this. The fact is, if we are impacting people the way that is coming off, that is the bigger thing, because that's what Horrorcraft was started on. Like, the whole reason Horrorcraft started is because my friend that I started this with in the beginning was my horror friend growing up. And because I kind of lost my shine due to domestic violence, she brought that back by having me watch horror, going through American Horror Story, helping me.
Yes, you're a warrior and you're amazing.
Helping me see strong women again, and it helped kind of bring me out. And because of that, it gave me a tether line to make it through all these things, like making it through my son having medical issues and hospitalizations and different things. And so that's where we started it. And then to continue that on with different people now with Mary and Kylie, and the way that we kind of connect horror the way that we do, that is a huge thing. So I really do. I follow that sentiment 100%, because I just feel like horror has to be such a safe space. And I think for us, like, that's what we're here for. Like, that's what we're here. It doesn't matter. The glamour part of this could go away. And there are times where we wrestle back and forth with things. Like, I really struggled with that last year with our influence and feeling like we didn't have certain pulls and stuff. And it really put me in a bad place. But then I kind of had to like reconnect, put the, neurons back in, connect everything back together, and be like, no, this is what it's about. So anything could go away at this point in time, but knowing like that we're talking about these things, that we're talking about things that people think shouldn't be talked about, but should, that is the biggest thing that I feel like we have a responsibility and duty to do. And that's what we're going to continue to do.
Absolutely.
So that's why I feel like it's important to, like, we're all in this together. Like, we all are putting ourselves, everyone that are doing these podcasts we're putting ourselves out there. Like, we are opening ourselves up for criticism because we love doing this. So I think it's equally as important to shine a light on that. Mary, is there anybody that I forgot that you want to shout out?
Creepy Confidential.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I don't know if we know who that. Do you know who that is, Oz?
I follow them.
Oh, I'm gonna look.
She is amazing, and she knows so much. She does conspiracies. She does a lot of cults. And I love a good cult.
I love. Oh my gosh! I went to the Branch Davidians. Did you know it's still there?
Really?
Yeah. So I love a good cult.
This will become the sacrament.
But yeah, no, Creepy is a big one.
And she's a big supporter of us. And she's so amazing. She literally hit me up because she wanted dark romance book recommendations. And then she hit me back with a bunch of research books she does. Like, she is super awesome. And me and Cass were on one of her, she sent us swag. We were on one of her lives. So she has an episode with us, and it goes haywire because
anything that we do goes south. But like, she gave us a bunch of.
I have the sticker up here.
Yeah, she sent us a bunch of stuff. She's wonderful. Like, there are so many people who have literally supported us, put the, our whole entire existence on their back just to help out with things. So,
and I have to say, I'm going to talk about you ladies because I'm a big fan. And you, when I started doing the horror podcast with Cass, I didn't know like I felt very alone as a woman in horror. I'll be honest. I didn't know about the community, everything. And I found your guys' podcast and I was like, oh my God, they're doing stuff like us, because you weren't like this isn't a slam. You weren't structured. You weren't like, oh, we have to just be dry and go by this. You guys were having conversations. Yeah. And I felt like I was there having the conversation. Like, I would message you guys all the time. Oh, that was so funny. And you guys gave me my favorite title that I still use, that I tell everybody I'm a first girl. So proud of it.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us the credit on that.
Yes.
We really appreciate it.
100%. Like, I feel like it's so important for people who don't color in the lines, because there are so many people that in this industry tell us that we need to be doing these things. And I think that's why it's so important that we do what we do. So that's like with us with Horrorcraft, like, people are like, oh, you're a horror movie and TV podcast. No, we do a lot more. Like, there's a reason why we color outside the lines and we do what we do. Like, we do the Reddit stories. We talk to all kinds of people. We come up with crazy shit. And it's just because we want to, and we love to do it together. I would be remiss 100% if I did not take this opportunity to mention our lovely friend Serra, who does our emblem, that this is my mouse pad, that she did. And she has done all of our stickers. If you've ever gotten a chance, which reminds me, she did car coasters for us.
Wait, those stickers. Mary, you have some of our stickers already, right?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna we have new stickers. We have new stickers coming. Yeah, we have new stickers coming. Mary's gonna get her pack, and we each have a pack. So we'll have to.
Let's exchange. Cass, we need to send you some, and Mary, we need to send you some more.
Yeah, well, you already sent me some, but
I did. You're right.
Yeah. Okay. But we'll definitely send you our new ones. But she's done the logo for this. She did the Spooky Moms logo, if you've ever had a chance to see that. She made Kylie and I as Morticia and Lily Munster, and it is absolutely beautiful. She literally
I don't kiss a lot, so that sounded like so unnatural, but I had fun saying it.
But she made so many different products. Like, I actually have a key fob thing that she did, the chapstick that goes on my wrist. That's my Spooky Moms one. That I actually put my key for the gym on. But obviously I have to talk about it because she made my favorite sticker of all time, which is me as a plus size horror Barbie, because that is my name on Instagram and that is my persona. But she made me as Elvira as a plus size horror Barbie. This is a pillow that I designed. But she has done that. And absolutely. She makes us look like spooky Disney characters. That's really what it is. Like, if Disney murdered.
I was looking at your guys' podcast graphic, like one of the like last episodes I was watching, and I was just looking at it as like, and then looking at you guys, and I was like, it was just so cute because it's like so perfect, like just the small little parts of you, your nose, your eyes, like your hair, like I'm like, this could not be more perfect. Like, it's so beautiful.
She meticulously does every single thing. She actually has She will be at Horror Hound this weekend that we are filming.
Nice.
And she will be giving out stickers. She's always at Horror Hound. But she does different stickers, and she does a bunch of Scream themed ones.
I was trying to find my. I have a lot of stickers.
Mary's got a ton, but like I'll have to send a picture to you guys after this. But I have a mini fridge that has all of our stickers on it. That's got but we each have our own pack of stickers. Perfect. And then we're coming out with more and doing more things with it. So, but Serra, StickiesbySerra is her Etsy shop, but Serra has done all of our stuff and she is incredible to us. So we are so absolutely thankful. Just like we are thankful. Oh, there we go. We're thankful that you guys.
You can't see it, but it's on. I have like a wall behind my desk, and I put all my favorite stickers up there. You guys are up there. You guys are on my car.
Oh my God, Mary, we gotta get you another one, or one more, not just one. But we're gonna get
you guys.
Oh yeah, you guys are on my water bottle. That's funny because I have like stickers all around my one water bottle, and I have the Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks one on the bottom of my water bottle.
Wait, can we shout out our friend who designed our logo? Okay, I think it's right here, but so like our sticker design and our podcast graphic and like logo is all designed by one of our best friends, Dakota Turner, and her Instagram is Dakota Paints, and she is like fantastic. We actually have our podcast graphic pinned on our page because we love it so much that it's like someone can see it like immediately when we go there, and she put all of our favorite elements into it. Like I just was like,
it's so you guys, it's like how you feel about ours.
Yeah,
that's right? How I feel about yours. Like I love yours.
So cute. It's just like perfect. So cute, and like, yeah, she's just the best. And I think you know I mentioned it at the top of the podcast when you asked like what like horror film kind of made me love it. Like it's literally in our podcast graphic. Like there's a big like poltergeist influence, and then we have like a little bit of Scream in there. We've got Freddy Krueger, like, you know, there's all these cool things. So sorry. And then Allie also loves Trick or Treat, so we have a little Sam lollipop in there too because we love Trick or Treat. That's like one of our favorite films.
Yes.
I love that, but no, it really is true. Like she meticulously went through and like those are separate graphics too. Like each one she made individually our characters. So like if you go on my Instagram, mine is my picture, and so Mary and Kylie have one, and she's done them separately, but she meticulously like goes in. There's Mary's. I have car coasters as well.
Everybody is so cute. You guys all have different ones that I'm like I go back and forth. I go, oh, I love Mary's the most. Oh no, wait, I think I love Cass's the most. And then I'm like, wait, but Kylie's is so cute. Like I just like love all of them because they're so different, but they unify. And that's
it's based on personality, dude.
Yes. Yeah. And it was very collaborative. And I will say, you guys will have to look out for the Midnight Bite one that is coming between Mary and I. That one is going to be so much fun. Mary and I have talked about it, and yay! I am ready to see Mary and I in that format. We are going to kill it. But if you
are a vampire podcast, all about vampires.
Yes. All about vampires.
Subscribed.
We can
followed, subscribed, listening.
Okay, so when you do From Dusk Till Dawn, can I be on that one?
Oh, instantly, 100%.
Oh my gosh. So my mother-in-law, she's the greatest, and it's a big horror fan too, and she goes all out for Halloween. She made her own like little dollhouse of the titty twister.
Shut.
I'll have to find the photo of my thing. She puts it out every year. She did. God. It's like a little house like this big. It's the titty twister, and she has all the cars in the back and everything.
That's my dream.
I mean,
just real quick, Salma Hayek, did you have like the audacity
to pop off that hard? I know. That's
one of my favorite vampire movies.
Who gave her permission?
Who gave her permission to be that amazing?
And can we talk about Quentin Tarantino was like, "You're hot. Put your feet in my mouth."
Yeah, literally. Let me be the guy.
He was like, "That sounds like a good idea. Let's do it."
You see, you need to have us on for that one. Okay.
Yeah,
great.
yeah, 100%. So also shout out if you have made it this long, because we haven't even started the stay alive portion of this yet.
Yeah, there is a theme for this.
There is a theme, and we promise, but this has been so fun. And what do you expect? What do you expect? It's us. And truly, this kind of does play into the idea of stay alive, because this movie, really the one thing that I think gravitates towards is regret is a big part of this at its core, because we see the fact that, the main character, he kind of blows off his friend because he has other things going on in his life, as friends do, and his friend dies. And he's kind of like, what the fuck? And so that kind of feeds into his grief. And then we see, okay, well, that's how this whole thing starts. So incredible, like, segue into that. But stay alive. There you go, Mary.
Just Mary, you stay right there, and can everyone smile? I'm going to take a quick photo. Yay. Okay, got it. I love it.
Party.
We're in the. It's like it is trying to get us.
Yeah. Pennywise is here.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's Bill Skarsgård, take me.
Same. But sorry. Okay.
So Stay Alive is from 2006. This was kind of one of those, you missed it kind of movies. You either saw it or you didn't. I know that
I remember the first time I saw it. I remember seeing it in the theater.
Same.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw it on VOD when that was starting to become a thing, like back in the day. And I remember
I think same. Yeah.
FearNet had like a free one that you would have movies on, like different movies. There's a lot of movies that I saw, like Waxwork was a big one that I saw for free for that. But Stay Alive was another one. And Stay Alive for me was intriguing because it's video games, New Orleans, and it is it's like, oh, there you go. And it takes kind of this idea of Elizabeth Bathory and really just kind of throws her in the mix. Like, it's like, hey, you think you know her, but really, no, the fuck you don't. And that's really how it happened.
She's terrifying in this.
She really is. But yeah, so pretty much the premise of this movie, as we do in anything with Horrorcraft, we're just gonna kind of like throw it all together. Please go and watch it. It is currently not streaming on any service, but you can find it like on Fandango and different things. Like, it has been on sale a lot recently. It's like $5
on Prime and stuff.
Yeah, for like $5. It's definitely worth it.
You can also borrow my DVD that I bought at Kmart if you want to watch it.
Yeah, I have it. That's a solid. I mean, that's a solid offer.
I mean, we're big fans of physical media, so
yeah. There's a shit ton behind there.
I
hide it. I hide it.
We should talk to my father. He is like king of physical media.
One thing I wanted to say, Emma, is I relate to you with the whole Godzilla thing. With my dad, I used to watch all like the old ones, and then like I don't know if you guys ever heard of Space Invaders. I used to watch that with him.
Yes, Mary. Yes.
And no one ever knows that movie. I love that when he's like, "Duck, no, duck." Yeah. That's what. And so I grew up with those as well. So that reminded me of that when you said your dad. Yeah. I grew up with all the monsters and the ant that ate the city, and
I was just gonna say like Attack of like the Killer, like like Monitor Lizard, and you're like, oh, what? Like,
And Cass is a big sci-fi fan, so he feels us.
I really am. I know a lot of useless things, so
We're gonna have to talk offline on some
Yeah.
of our favorites.
we
Yeah.
will definitely. Going back to this though, that was a great offer. I'm gonna say though, that was a great offer. Physical media till we die. I had Stay Alive, and we ended up buying
good.
it so we all could watch it. But this movie is just different, and I think the thing I like about it, and it's funny because this actually is a fact, and I will come back to that in a minute, but it's kind of like those games that you really played in the 90s. I don't know about you, but I had unfiltered access at a really sketchy bar that my parents went to that had taco night, and they had like a row of games, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, you guys do your social thing. I have like 50-cent tacos, and I'm playing games. But they had like Mortal Kombat, and they had House of the Dead, and it was the big one that had the guns, and you felt so cool playing that, but yet you were also kind of terrified because like you're 9.
Everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared, but I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued, but it's that like kind of grainy, like video game type-esque thing that I think a lot of us like.
That was normal to us. We didn't know it could get better.
Yeah, it was scary. And it was scary to us because there were a lot of games that started popping up around that time, like House of the Dead and Resident Evil and different things like that, that were just really
so good,
crazy.
I have to tell you something really funny. Has to do with video games. Do you guys remember when they would have like computer places where you could pay for like an hour and you could go and use the computer and do whatever you want? I used to go and play Resident Evil when I was like 14 or 15.
Amazing.
And it scared the crap out of me because
it's so scary.
I don't know if anyone who's younger is listening to this. There was a time where not everybody had the internet in their house. I was one of them. and I would go to that computer place, pay like $10 for like 2 hours or something. And I would play games, talk on Instant Messenger.
Oh my God.
So that just reminded me of when you said Resident Evil. I'm like, oh, memory unlock.
What was it called? Like an internet cafe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Internet RIP.
All right.
Yes.
Maybe that's a good thing though.
Maybe.
Internet cafe.
Well, it goes with what Cass was saying too. There was no supervision. There was one dude that worked the front, and he didn't give a shit what you did. Like
he was like, "Go play Resident Evil, girl."
Yeah. I was 13, like 14. Like, what are you doing?
Live your best life. Live your best life.
But he's saying that to other people doing other things as well.
Truly. But
not my business.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
So basically, this whole movie centers around the idea that this guy loses his friend. His friend dies in a really tragic way with his other friends. And he's like, you know what? The best way to celebrate him is fuck it. Let's play some video games. And he plays a very, like, first of all, the whole like packaging of it and everything, like the fact that it's a beta tester thing is kind of sketchy. So he decides we're going to play this, and it's weird and intriguing. They have to say a spell. And
to be fair, that was Phineas's fault.
That very true.
Which part?
Huh?
Which part was Phineas's fault?
When he was saying, like, because he originally didn't want to play the game, because he said that's kind of weird. He died playing this game.
That's true.
He was like, and Phineas just took it and was like, no, we're playing it. Keep it alive. No one's seen this shit. So, and like, it was like a really underground thing. I don't know if people really get that nowadays.
Yeah, totally.
I will say the marketing on the box, which is just a piece of paper with some Sharpie that says "Stay Alive."
I would have bought that.
Well, then you're Phineas. But also, I my favorite character was Phineas.
I loved him and hated him. He was such a dick, but he was so funny.
I loved him.
Allison, side note, and I'll tell you guys all of this offline because I don't want to I don't want to dox anyone. But we met someone at that Halloween party that we went to in LA who was married to him.
Oh, cool.
So we'll talk, and gals, we'll talk with you two about it too as well.
I literally have a note. Phineas is a total dick.
Mary does. Mary does have opinions, but essentially what happens in this is it's kind of like
I'm obsessed.
It's the whole. Let's face it. It's the whole idea of no harm could ever come from reading a book, and like with the Mummy, and then they decide, hey, we're gonna play this game, and people start dying around them, and they're all like, yeah, that's weird, but no, it's not. And
it's not related.
It's not related. And then more people die, and they're like, okay, yeah, it might be related. And then it just goes totally south, and we find out so much more. And
with the reading, really quick, with the reading, I put on here any game that has me chanting anything out loud. Nope. Did that not alarm anyone?
Yeah,
Did it hurt
yeah.
you?
Was that technology even?
No, because Frankie Muniz' character was like, no, that's not even a thing anymore. Like, that should have been the first red flag. And it wasn't like, oh, welcome to this happy game. It was just like, creepy as fuck. Like, what are you doing? No, yes. I'm not reciting. I've seen Evil Dead. I ain't doing shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Con, but in video game format.
Video game format, like truly.
It didn't even trick them. It literally told them what they were doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Low key, like The Ring. Like when I watched The Ring and I watched the tape within the film.
I thought for sure.
I thought I was going to get haunted. So even in this, I'm like, wait, y'all are reciting this right now? Now I'm going to get haunted too because I'm reading it and I'm watching this film. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys, when you watched movies when you were younger and there was like a witch and she would say a spell, and if you like said it in your head, you're like, oh my God, I'm cursed.
100%.
I was that kid.
Mary, I used to rent. Oh my God, rent. I used to check out witch books at the library because my mom's spooky and witchy, and like I would like make potions in like my front yard. So like, yeah, there's more to the story there, but like
I used to be in the backyard with a stick as a wand. Okay, blessing trees.
Love that. I love it.
Wait. No, I'm not in my house. I have a wand.
I was gonna say we have some wands.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I'm still haunted by my witch that haunts me. So.
I'll do you want to say like a side story of that real quick? It'll be really fast.
I think you have to. You can't say that, and then the listeners will be like, "Excuse me, what? What?"
It's not like a big deal. So I was actually listening to our episode, Emma, yesterday or today. Wait, what?
Of Insidious?
Yeah. Anyways, because dreams. So I have a recurring dream where I'm getting tortured to death by being tickled by a witch.
That's the worst.
Yeah. And I
like a creepy witch. Like, keep your hands off me.
Yeah. And this is a correction for our podcast. Her name is actually Cookie, and the assistant's name is Assistant. So two women are trying to tickle me to death. And so that just triggered something in my body. And not
I feel like that's so relatable. Like,
yeah.
Like I
Cookie and the assistant. Like,
yeah, I see that.
I think that like maybe in another lifetime I could have been either Cookie or the assistant, and now it's just like coming for like
a victim of them.
Yeah, or a victim. I prefer the.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna fuck shit up, obviously. So
yeah, but yeah, they just don't believe it, and then all these things keep happening, and then they go to the mansion thinking that it's the game headquarters, and it is the mansion. Like Frankie Muniz is like, I need you to listen to me. Like, I need you to tap in, okay?
You need to trying to Malibu's Most Wanted, okay? With this Upside down visor.
Honestly,
if I was alive at that time, I would not understand.
No. His look to me is a vibe, and it would work. It would work.
I just remember that vibe. I would just with that vibe.
Truly,
okay?
truly, that was a vibe. But they just, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it just kind of like everything kind of comes out of left field. It's all over the place. And then we kind of see that the game is still going on in the end, and it's a never ending cycle. Yeah.
Yes,
She fully.
Yeah, she does. She cheats. And this part at the end too just drives me like, I wouldn't say like drives me insane, but really scares me. And it's in that, it's the same thing of like The Ring and like It Follows, and like where it's like an exponential sharing of something where it's like once it's kind of caught fire, you can't really like pull back from it. Like it's
Smile
like
too. That's all I'm gonna say. Smile too.
Yes, like
that's scary.
You truly cannot. And like if it gets to a point where it's like, yeah, you're like doing a mass distribution on this game, it's like
kind of like the Stuff. Like, you remember the movie The Stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, where it was like the whole, like, oh, this is great. No, it's actually fucking killing you, Brenda.
Really bad.
Yeah, like no, it's not good. So, but I mean, really, so the funniest part about this is part of the trivia. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is Disney's only slasher film. This was produced. Yes, this was produced by a company that was related to Disney, and so this has the title of being Disney's only slasher film. This is on IMDb, by the way.
The first thing that made me say, what the fuck in this movie then is way worse. We just ignore that dude was having sex with a pig mask on.
Okay, so,
I know.
Thank you.
That's a great note, because when I see that, what I think about
is The Shining.
The Shining.
So I actually think of American Horror Story.
Oh, that's good. There's a hockey stick behind me, so it's making me.
What's that? Is it the witch? What's happening?
Is this Cookie? Is this Cookie right now?
I am Cookie.
You're gonna meet someone named Cookie, and you're gonna be like, nope. And the person's gonna be like, what the fuck is her problem?
Okay, but the mask thing did remind me of The Shining. And what did you say, Mary?
American Horror Story.
Just like with the
Yeah. Well, also there was one where someone had a pig mask on. One of them, I think it was it Roanoke? They did that. I think. I don't know any of the newer ones because I was done after. I forgot the Antichrist one, and then it got really weird. And
I think Roanoke was the last one that I like actively watched. I think.
Well, you have to watch the Antichrist one. Spoiler alert, because Tate and Violet get back together in the murder house.
Hey, wait, what?
Yep. That's the reason I like that one.
I was about to say, the last one I watched, and I will die on this fucking hill, and anybody can say what they want about it, but 1984 was fucking brilliant.
It was too real.
No, but like it's
1984. I was thinking of the trial, the election one. 1984. Yes, beautiful. Let's go.
The camp and the whole like murder thing, and they related it to so many different. That was the last.
So relatable. Oh my god!
And the characters and vibes. I really, my favorite's Coven, but I did like 1984 and like the jazzercise, and then we go to the camp, and then like we bring in serial killers, and it's a whole thing.
Murder House is where my Evan Peters obsession started. You're not supposed to like him. He shot up the school.
I know.
He's so hot. And I'm always like, Violet, just forgive him. He didn't mean to have sex with your mom.
No, and
Mary, that's what they're trying to get us to think.
I think that's everyone's rationale. Also, sorry, going back to the movie we're actually talking about, I'm really sorry. We're all.
What movie is that?
Oh,
Stay Alive. That's right. Can we talk about how Milo, help me out here, Milo
Ventimiglia, yeah, whatever, from Gilmore Girls.
Milo.
To me,
Yeah.
Milo from True Blood.
Blood?
Yeah, wasn't
Milo
he
wasn't in True. No, he wasn't.
Oh, it's that one guy that I always think is him. Like, he
you're right.
looks so much like him.
Mary,
But Milo was in Gilmore Girls. He played Luke's was it his nephew?
Yes.
Or, yeah.
Oh my God.
As a 33-year-old woman, I've never seen Gilmore Girls.
Thank you.
I'll be honest. I will tell you, I think it was a basic white girl thing to do. It was like a thing to do with your mother. I remember watching it with my mother. So for that, I'm like, yes. But now watching it back later on, the only people in that show that are a fucking vibe at this point are the grandparents. The grandparents, the rich grandparents, especially since the guy who plays the grandfather is Max from Lost Boys. So now watching back at that,
Shut up.
So now watching back at that, I'm like, yeah, you got. Plus, they were a fucking vibe. Like, they were a fucking vibe. Like, the grandmother and the grandfather didn't give a shit. Like, they were just who they were, and people could like.
Real quick, I thought Max would grow up to be way hotter.
So
that's why I'm like.
Max, we're talking about the head vampire, Mary.
Yeah, I know.
The daddish one.
Yeah. I know it's him.
Mary,
he was okay.
Mary, I feel like you're attracted to his power.
Wait, the head guy?
No, that's Kiefer Sutherland. Like
no, the head guy.
Yes.
Yeah, the head. Yeah, he's the head.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
the one that's dating and he was old. He was older at the time too.
He was dating the girl that's in Edward Scissors.
Yep.
The mom in Edward Scissorhands.
Yes, in Parenthood.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, Mary, but if that is true, I get it though, because he does have this he's
yes. I am right. Sorry,
he's a big man too, which there's something kind of attractive about a guy who can throw me around because they're 6'8" and no matter I just feel small. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's.
Listen, you don't have to justify it, because if you've ever watched this show before us, you would know that I have questionable taste in men. I watched the original Mortal Kombat. We're talking 90s. And when Shao Kahn, the guy, Brian Thompson, who plays Shao Kahn, came on.
Oh, I agree.
I was like, he's got muscles. He could possibly kill me. And he probably has a child my age, which, by the way, was confirmed because he's in his 60s now. But I was just like, that makes sense. And then he was on the episode where he was I don't know why that came out weird, by the way. Charmed episode of the goddess one, and he was one of the head titans. I was like, this makes sense. I
love you.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I have one question. Just one.
Yeah.
Okay, it can either be from Stay Alive or any other horror movie you want. Who would you want to fuck?
Let's just Stay Alive. That's more fun.
Okay, Stay Alive it is.
Because I was like, how much time you got?
I know.
If you tell me any.
I was about to say, you tell me any. I'm probably... Okay. Barry already went there. If you tell me any, I'm sorry. I'm going to be a true ride or die. I'm going to fuck Gerard Butler in Dracula 2000, because you can't tell me that
ceiling.
Man... you can't... He was doing it on the ceiling. He was so good, he was floating. You can't tell me that wasn't a fucking vibe. Seriously. If we're talking this movie...
We saw that way too young.
Yeah, I saw that way too young. And only later in life did I then like patch it together that was vitamin C on the ceiling with him, like graduation.
No, it wasn't.
As we go on, we
Yes, it is.
remember
Yeah,
our butler on the ceiling.
but in this, I would say probably I'm gonna go Sophia Bush.
Ooh,
Girl,
it
I
was
was
nice.
going to say that.
I love October. She was my favorite.
I
love
mean,
October.
especially I'm sorry when she started. She was a little too down with the witch stuff. Okay, when she was like, "I don't believe in this," but then turns around and is like, "I'm gonna pull out a whole fucking book and look up this shit." I was like, I respect that. I respect
And
that.
I literally
and that's
wrote a
hot.
quote down from her. I wrote, "Why did you have to bring that game into our lives, Hutch?" And then I put, "He totally knew it would murder. He totally didn't know it would murder everyone. By the way, your brother's the one that made everyone play." Like, I was like upset that she was mad at him.
You're like, what the hell?
Also,
Here are the
I mean,
facts.
she pulled the facts. That's facts right there. And she also is ready when she goes to that house, like when she is unalived.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
If you haven't watched the movie, turn this off because we're going to ruin
Yeah,
it.
please.
Sorry.
I was so upset.
I think mine's
again.
October too. I'm gonna go from this film, and I think mine is October. And you guys might hate this, but my like runner up is Phineas.
No, same.
I mean, he's kind of like, okay, if I squint maybe a little too hard, I've had one too many drinks after trying to shoot my shot at his sister, I could probably pull him.
I feel like he would
Like-
say stuff to me that I want to hear. You know what I mean? Like,
Also,
I feel like,
But he's going to break your heart.
yeah, that's true.
is he
That's true.
though?
But he's
Yeah,
also
'cause he's gonna fuck your best friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really is. But no, you do bring up a good point. Like, she is the strongest character, especially when she goes out, because she's like, fuck you. And she literally looks her in the face and is just like, fuck you. Fuck
Yeah.
you. I'm not going to let you scare me. I'm just going out. And she takes getting her throat slit like a fucking champ. So
Yeah.
I would definitely have to say that. Mary, what about you? Because we're all over, we're team October here.
October.
Yeah, I just want to be different because that's who I am. I have to say Emilo's character in the beginning really, really affected me. So I watched it again yesterday, and I hadn't seen it in years. And I was like, no, not him. Ah, he's so hot. No. And so I'm going to pick him. And I'm just going to say when that one cop got good.
Yeah, period. Like,
He's like, a fucking video game? Okay.
yeah, like I'm, and then I was like, she got your ass for that. Now, funny thing, tying this back into the movie, this is from IMDb, as all these facts are going to be, but Milo actually had to wear contacts in order to see through those glasses.
I heard that.
Yeah, for the movie, he had to do that. I don't know if you guys realize this, but this movie is rated PG-13. And the reason that this is rated PG-13 is because the studio insisted on doing it. There is a version where it is rated R. They had to restore 15 minutes of that footage because they had to cut it out to get the PG-13 rating. The guy who plays Hutch has a famous brother, a famous horror brother. His brother is Ben Foster, which we would most know as playing the outsider in 30 Days a Night.
What?
And originally he was going to play Hutch, but then passed it to his brother, John Foster, who plays Hutch. And he did that because it was better suited for him, he felt.
I feel like Emma and I are just like transcending the world right now.
Yeah,
We just
Yeah.
did Thursday night on the pod too, and we talked a lot about the outsider or like
Yeah.
the stranger.
Oh, we
We
are.
did that one last year, right?
Yeah, and the running joke for us is we still need somebody from Utavik, Alaska, to check in with us, because if you guys don't realize, their days of night is longer than 30 days. It's more like
yes,
uh,
it's like 67, right?
yeah, it's, and they do have like certain rules and stuff like that they have to like abide by because of the darkness and everything. And it's so it's crazy, like going back to this movie, how many days do you think this took to shoot?
Wasn't it like 3 weeks?
It's like 25 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. There really wasn't that many locations, if you know.
If you will.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Dead or Alive that was based off of the game?
Oh, absolutely.
Milo was actually supposed to be in Dead or Alive, and he passed on being in that movie to do this movie. And the reason why I brought up the House of the Dead is because the mansion that appears in the video game at the beginning of this movie that they're playing in is a carbon copy down to every exact detail of the one where House of the Dead is in.
I think I remember talking about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it literally is like a shot for shot recreation of House of the mansion that they use in the game of House of the Dead. That's why they have very eerie, similar. That is not the only thing that was taken from a video game. There was a video game called D that was from 1995. The mirror clues, like the whole mirror thing.
Yeah.
That, including the mirror cracking upon use, that was taken from that.
I feel like that's kind of a common thing in horror films, is like the cracking of a mirror, just like signs of trouble.
The movie says that Countess Elizabeth Bathory moved to America over 200 years ago. Not only is this false, but Bathory actually died in 1614.
In Hungary.
Hungary. And so within the movie setting, she had been dead for nearly 400 years. Wow. So as a vampire person, I already knew this. We will go ahead and link Bailey Sarian's video that she did about Elizabeth Bathory down at the bottom.
Shut up, Cass. I'm obsessed with Bailey Sarian.
Her Daniel Christie, like.
And I also like when that other one she does, Dark History.
The Dark History.
That one's great.
Oh, yep.
I'm obsessed. As you know who that is, right? The gal that like does her makeup and talks about like, different. She talks about like a lot of scary stories or like murders, true crime, kind of like all of that. Anyways, sorry.
He's so funny.
I tried my makeup today, and I think I got some of the tips from.
You're doing great. You're glowing.
Your skin is popping.
Yeah, you're glowing, sweetie.
It just looks gorgeous. Which again ties back into this, because that's the whole reason that they said Elizabeth Bathory did this. But Elizabeth Bathory was a countess in Hungary. She did have allegations that she killed hundreds of people. There is discussion back and forth whether or not that was true, or she was framed into that by people of that time. They go back and forth. A lot of people.
Men. Sorry.
Exactly. Truly. And a lot of people tie her to Dracula. And the biggest reason for that is Elizabeth Bathory is the basis for Carmilla, which came out before Dracula.
Which a lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people do not know that. But that kind of got overshadowed then by Dracula, because Carmilla, a lot of people did not like the fact that it brought up a lot of themes of lesbianism and just over sexualization. So Elizabeth Bathory is kind of tied with that. That's why you see a lot of stories that have Dracula will sometimes bring up Elizabeth Bathory's character. Most notably, they kind of bring it up in Castlevania in regards to that. So
Great game. Great
yeah,
game.
great game, great show, like great all the way.
Like that with your brothers.
With my brothers?
Yes.
I think I still have it on N64.
Yeah, it was like a very old game. Just throwing that out there.
So Sophia Bush's character says, "Go fuck yourself" to her killer before she is murdered. That line is said by Neil McDonough in 2007's The Hitcher, which stars Sophia Bush. Coincidentally, that's her, I think that's her boyfriend's character. And he says, "Go fuck yourself" to the killer before he is murdered, which the killer was played by Sean Bean. So that was kind of a like tie around to it. Sophia Bush and Jimmy Simpson, who played brother and sister, were actually 7 years apart, and Jimmy Simpson's was actually older than Sophia Bush.
I have a
Talk
question.
about how beautiful she is.
Yeah.
She's
my God.
What's your question, Allie?
Okay. A, Mary, yes. My goodness, the things I would do to Sophia Bush in this movie as October, and just in general. So
In general. Vibe.
That is a vibe.
In general.
Aren't Finn and October twins? Am I mistaken by that?
I think they were supposed to be. That's why that kind of connection is important. So a lot of people were saying that the reason that they had this take place in New Orleans is because the reason it made more sense with the whole mansion idea, because there is like a urban legend or a story that Elizabeth Bathory was walled up in her tower, and that's how they stopped her. And so they felt like New Orleans was the only place that makes sense. I mean, it kind of does, because let's face it, when movies are trying to connect that tissue like that, we see that in Dracula 2000. I won't say that about Interview with the Vampire, especially not the TV show, because that's fucking brilliant. But
masterpiece.
But that's why they picked it. They thought it was similar to the themes of it. But obviously, like, that couldn't have possibly happened. Elizabeth Bathory wouldn't have been able to go over to America at the time that she was supposedly alive. So this movie, the last thing I'm going to pose about this movie, what is the scene that stands out most to you in this movie?
Emma, you go first. I have to really think about this.
Mary, you go.
The ending scene when she's like, when they see her in the shadow and she's like, "Rah!" That's still in my head. Like, that is so scary. And I'm just like, yesterday I was like, that's scary, but she looks so pretty.
She's gorgeous.
That really worked on her skin.
Oh my God. Like, she totally killed me, but you go, girl.
I mean, like, seriously though, if Kim Kardashian can have a vampire facial, like, let's let Elizabeth Bathory live a little bit.
Let her live. Let her live.
Let her live a little. She just wants to glow a bit, you know?
She does. She really does. I mean, like, truly, she does. So we just gotta let her live. For me, the whole October upside down, like, getting killed like that was,
I want to cry
I
because
know.
I was so upset.
I know.
And I feel like it's the scariest moment, because that's like, I feel like, especially as a woman too, that's your worst fear. Yeah. And the fact that it's another woman doing that to you is actually, the scissors in this movie freak me the fuck out.
Yes. Thank you for saying that.
Like, I kind of
agree.
wanted to, like, not touch scissors after this. Like, I know that they're, like, really weird, long, like, fucked up garden shears that look
That are
like
like
somebody was like, someone was like, "Here are these bedazzled garden shears. Don't kill anybody with them." And she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill people." Um, but like truly, like they were just weird. But I feel like for me, that was like the moments of that because like she is probably one of the few people in that movie that's fighting like fucking hell. Like she is
That's
really
such
trying.
bullshit that she died.
Yeah, she
That's
really.
right.
She was supposed to be a final girl, not the other one who didn't do anything. But
True. Very true.
The other girl is also super hot too. So
no, yeah, but she didn't do what October did.
I was about to say she kind of was a little like I like the actress, but she was a little
Damsel
bit
in
of like a
distress.
background filler
It
in
was
this.
very-
a little too
Yeah.
much.
It was dull a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little like it's fine. It's fine. Like it was like it's like all right, we'll let you live. We'll let you
Okay.
live.
Okay, let me say mine. Okay, so
Go.
I think mine was when they first all log on together to play, like all of them, and they're like in the apartment together, and they're all like on the couch. Everyone's together, even the gal Abigail at this point, and they've all made their avatars for the game, and it has this like pan where they're looking at the mansion, and then it turns around and it kind of looks at them as characters, and it looks exactly like each and every like one of them, and then like on that note and kind of like additionally, the thing that scares me the most in this film, and this is very prevalent in this scene when they start to play, is the vibration of the
what
do you call that?
the
A controller?
controller, and it
Yeah.
was very
Do you
like
remember when that started? When you used to get those vibration packs?
I'm very sound sensitive. And so like truly the horror movies that scare me the most are the ones that have like the best like different sound effects, to be completely honest. And this like does it for me, like that low vibration. And like we've all been there, right? Where we've played a game, we can like, it's almost a nostalgic feeling of like feeling it in your hands, you know, and then like, you know, that when that sound is happening in this film, that something bad is about to happen. So it's like also triggering this like psychological response. Sorry, I'm probably getting like a little bit deep on this now, but
No.
that's probably like my favorite scene, I think.
And I think what Emma and I talk about a lot is how sounds can be characters. And I think that vibration of the controller is a character in this
That's
film.
a really good point. Sounds can be characters.
Yeah.
yeah. I like how you brought that up.
Awesome.
Yeah, because it really like it does because they're already feeling you already got like that sense of dread, especially
Yes.
like the dark graphics of the game and everything like that. But then that added sound of it, you know you're fucked.
No,
you know
100%.
you're fucked when something's going on.
And it carries on through everyone playing. So it's like even when Miller, the name of the boss, who like gets it from Hutch. He's like, oh, I'm in my office right now. Are you guys on? You know, and like even him playing, and like that's actually probably my second favorite scene. Sorry, not that you asked, but
He has
that's
the
my
coolest chair.
Yes, he's a great chair. My chair is shit back here, but here we are. But I love that he's dealing with that too. And then Cass, like you brought up the shears. Like the shears again are like what gets him.
Yeah, and the metallic sound with the shears
Yes.
when
Oh my
they're
God.
like about to like open and kill somebody. You know what it reminds me of? Picking up on another like video game thing. It reminds me how sound is so important with the first Resident Evil game.
Oh my God.
Because you think about like the atmosphere with that, and especially like that scene when they go in with the lasers and everything like that. Like that is just amplified by how that sound is present, but then like being underground, hearing like the vibrations of things, you know, like the tapping on the office when they're in the water and stuff like that. Like it's
Yeah.
all of those things. And I think that's important too. So I do see where you're saying that because that's like extra, and it is like a sensory thing for movies in general. But I think especially when you're talking about a game, it's like super.
They have to do things, right? To like add a little bit more. Yeah.
To make it like, and you see that with a lot of movies. Like I'll be honest, I love Doom with Carl Urban and The Rock in it. And I think that that's a fun movie. And obviously they did something different because they did like the whole like first person shooter from Carl Urban and stuff like that. So I think that that's just amazing. But so I really want to know yours, Allie. What is your favorite scene from this movie?
Okay. Well, again, going back to the sound part is I liked just like the whole summation of the film. I loved how sound was incorporated. But my favorite parts were with Finn. And, you know, when he's like at the desk and you think he might.
And he's saying, oh, God.
And he's like just smoking his bong. And then just basically anything with Finn is immaculate to me just because I love anything that's comedic relief. Also, Frankie Muniz, he's kind of a hero. But
oh yeah, like you think he's gone and he's just he's like, boom, I am back. I made it through those fucking roses. Like
literally.
That's what the bitch gets for cheating.
Yeah, he was like Control Alt Delete yourself, motherfucker. I got you. Like I got you.
The window to get the game because the game locked him out of the truck.
Yes.
Oh my God, Mary. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, that's true dedication.
No, go ahead.
I also like Emma Cheater at games. Emma can attest to this.
Oh my God, she's the biggest cheater.
Of games.
Sorry. Of games.
So like I relate to Elizabeth on that end, but I don't think it's fair for my stacked cast that I love.
Yeah. No, this was one of those movies that like Mary brought up a good point. Like there were a lot of people in this that like go on and do a lot of stuff like in the like late 2000s, and then we see them making rounds coming back through and stuff like that. So I mean, this movie is just a banger. I mean, it's fun. I like these type of movies. I don't know, say what you want, but I like the game movies. Is the Resident Evil movies, are they true to that? No. But did I strap in every fucking time to watch Mila Jovovich like fuck that shit up? Yes, I did.
Will I watch her in anything she does? Yes.
Yes.
She has a new movie out that I really want to fucking see.
Oh, with Dave Bautista? Yeah, I do too.
She's just a badass. It's called In the Land something.
Yeah, I think it's like another one. Like
it's like a dystopian thing.
Because we have to remember she met her husband on Resident Evil.
Yep.
And they went on and did all those movies together, and then she continued to work with him. And he's the one, I mean, they both are big nerds, and I mean that respectfully in the most best way possible. Because
I've loved her since Dazed and Confused. So
exactly,
the hot stoner chick,
right? But go ahead.
I'm sorry. Okay, I think we talked about this up top, but that's like one of my all-time favorites, and we'll move on. Done.
No, I think that's great. But yeah, I just like these kind of movies. I think Doom, Silent Hill, like all those different
Silent Hill. Oh my God.
That one actually scares me. So I guess my question to you guys is, does this movie scare you?
Yes.
Yes.
Elizabeth does at the end. She's so scary.
There are moments where it does. I think more
it's vibrating.
I think more so it's the morbid curiosity too, because it is kind of that like the idea that a woman is behind all of this. And I think the fact that like we're kind of like, could it really be that bad? And then it is that bad. I think it's like the like I said, it's the whole idea of no harm could ever come from reading a book, Well, it did. You unleashed a motherfucking mummy, and in this case, you unlocked a fucking witch that
here we
clearly
are.
like did blood magic, and now you all are gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Like,
Can I say two more things too that I
no,
have?
go ahead.
Kind of related to Allie's favorite scene with like Finn. I was gonna say that one of my other favorite scenes, and I don't know if you guys caught this, but my parents are big classic rock fans. My dad is in a classic rock band, like on the side, and the part where Finn pulls over with his car when it like breaks down, and he's singing Air Supply, and he's like, "Close
Yes.
your eyes, I want to ride the skies in my."
Yeah, I was singing along.
Like, like
That's the song you have to play in that car.
No, you have to.
Absolutely.
And that's like, you know, I already mentioned like my favorite scene, but that is a memorable scene to me. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's right before he gets freaking trampled by like a horse-drawn carriage. Like,
And that was my backup favorite just because of that, but I hate that he dies.
I know.
Also, just like I love that this is set in New Orleans as well. And
Yeah, Alex loves New Orleans. I've never been still, but I need to go.
I've never been either, but
We gotta go girls trip.
girls trip.
if the check clears, yes.
Here we go.
We'll get to that point. We'll get to that point. But yes, tentatively, it's going to happen. We'll put it on the books.
Okay. Also, sorry. I'm really so sorry.
No.
One of my actual favorite scene, besides Finn being funny at all times, is the end. Kind of like you talked about, Cass, is when we see it being Stay Alive being widely distributed and just like ominous music playing. And it reminds me of Ghost Ship. The ending of Ghost Ship is just like,
yep. It's kind of one of those like
It's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It's kind of that whole idea of like this is just never going to end.
Yep.
And I think that that's just terrifying. It
Yeah.
truly is. What was your last thing, Emma?
Thanks.
Oh, sorry.
No, I forgot to, but then I was like, okay, this is a small thing, but because we have done a lot of movies lately, I just wanted to point out that Milo's character's name in this film is Loomis. And I just have a question.
Did anyone? Yeah, I think I'm on the same vibe as you here.
Like, this is maybe a general question to the public because I've never heard the name Loomis and like, unless it's horror related. And I just need to know if Loomis is like a popular name for people outside of horror or if it's just us being so exposed to it.
Allie.
Okay. So I thought the same exact thing, but I now have a colleague that's last name is Loomis. So I don't know what's true and what's not.
Oh,
I think it is if your parents are really good, big Halloween fans.
But like they chose it.
Yeah, like I think
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think there are people really out there with that name. I mean, like for instance, I don't like using my last name, but like my last name is Broski. People automatically assume it's Broski. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's Broski. It's Polish. Like, I don't even know what the fuck it's coming
Yes,
from.
I hate to say it, but people would think that 100% where Allie and I are from in East County, San Diego.
Yeah, 100%. Like people do it here, and they're like, your name, and like my maiden name wasn't even better. It's Grinstead, and that's German as fuck. And then like I'm trading up for Sidoti, and that's Italian as fuck. Like you come in my area and there's like 57,000 Sidotis because they all came from the same Isle of Sicily and they're all fucking related. And it's just like a big whole like, yeah, you're my cousin too. Yeah, you're my cousin too. Type thing. But yeah, I feel like there are people out there with Loomis.
Yeah, I guess I'm like curious of like how popular is it? You know what I mean? Like I'm like
maybe it's like an old country name, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I grew up with Crawford, okay?
Ooh. That's a good one.
That's a good you want to talk about.
Yeah. I'm actually, this is a fun fact, but I am there are only 2 women in the entire United States with my exact name and well, even just like my first name, last name, not even counting my middle. And it's me and my great grandma.
Aww. I love that.
So it was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can I read some of my notes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry. I saw Cass sigh. It's not long, I promise.
This is all. I gotta go to bed.
I put, this is why I don't play video games. I'm not good. I'll lose and they will kill me. And I put taking pictures at a funeral of random people. What the fuck?
Oh my god,
That was weird. That was weird.
Like what? Who does that? I put let's see. I had another one here. Okay, I pretty much said all these pretty much. When he was talking about his dad, how he burned down the house because he said his mom was cheating. I said, bet his dad was cheating. Cheaters always accuse. And then I put this chick in carriages and horses. Oh my god. I feel like she overdid it.
You have a point. I was about to say, you have a point though. And the reason I'm saying that is because we'll tell you guys once we get off here. But we had a story yesterday that we did for Reddit stories that I had to throw in there. And our main theory was like, this guy has to be cheating. But no, he was just fucking awful.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
and then I just have one more. That's it. This chick needs some self-love therapy. Your reflection should not be your undoing.
Yeah.
Yeah. She really, really truly does. But you never know. I mean, that's the kind of hard part about this is she is a real person, but like you don't know the full extent of the story behind that. And history is not a reliable narrator when it comes to women like Elizabeth Bathory, and we see that time and time again. So while she might be a villain in this, she's not probably really actually at this level. We've just brought her up to that level the same way that we've done that with Vlad the Impaler. And we're easier to forgive Vlad because of the same motives. Like he was doing what he did because he had to be brutal the way that he did. It was a tactic to save his people. So we're never really fully going to understand that in the way that we probably should. And that's why it's important to have these conversations, because then we're not diminishing the power that these people have. But it is kind of like, well, she's a woman, and of course you're gonna like make her out to be this like blood-sucking, ridiculous cartoon character. But was she really? Probably not. But we'll never know.
Trials.
Yeah, exactly.
Emma.
Yeah,
we love Salem. We've gone to Salem several times, so we love Salem.
Oh yeah, we've never been. That's a bucket list thing too.
Okay.
So bucket list.
Another part of our girls trip number 2.
Yeah. We're putting multiple. We're stacking them on the deck. Yeah. We're doing it. So we're going there. So to wrap this up, go watch the movie. It's available. At one point in time, it was not. So the fact that it is currently out there is kind of a marvel to begin with. So please go watch it. I mean, it is a good time. And
so good.
I mean, what else are you going to do with your night sometimes? Like, I mean, if you need to, put it on while you're on your exercise bike, or, cook while you're watching it. I don't know. These are some suggestions for me.
It's like an easy watch. Like, I feel like you can like,
No, it's for sure. It is an easy watch, but it's also comforting in a way. Because we can look at a bunch of elements of the film, whether it's the video games or media or women going through shit or just anything. So it is a comfort watch, and it's not terribly scary. So
yeah, and it's only like maybe under 130 minutes. So it's fine. It's a fast one. So
for us with the ADHD, it's a nice can get through
it keeps you going, and it's okay. So but yeah, this has been fun. If you sticked around this whole entire episode, thank you. We have had a great time. We've been killing it, and we have zero regrets, honestly, because this has just been the greatest time for us to sit and chat and really just have a fun time and vibe out with our new friends. So we really appreciate it. Go and listen to every single episode of Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. We are going to put all the information down below. And yeah, go watch this movie. Tell us what you think. And if you liked us bantering back and forth, I mean, they're probably going to come back on. I mean, at this point, we're stuck for life at this point. Like,
Yes.
we bonded, and now we're not going anywhere. So as Kylie would say, one of us.
One of us. One of us. Oh my
yes,
God.
one of us. So until next time, it's me, Cass, and
Mary.
And we had Emma and Allie from Spooky Chicks and Horror Flicks. And we are
Thank
saying
you.
bye and stay spooky.
Stay
Bye.
spooky.
Okay.